most of them are going to be active in the evening, like 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, the overwhelming majority. Even on my Discord, like most people are from America by far, by far. If I look at my audience, no, no, it's I mean, the whole content I guess appeals more to Americans, doesn't it? Let me have a look. Let's see other country. Yeah, United States, 49.7% of my audience, the whole audience. So basically half of my entire audience is American. So that's only 9.7% are from the UK, which is just fucking just wild. Yeah, we are live. I can hear us. Yeah, yeah. We're so back. it's it's been yeah, it's been so long. After 8 or 9 months, we could have had a child in that amount of time. The astral. Someone says, "Oh, we can only hear the guy on the right." Wait, can you speak? Oh, oh yes, oh yeah, oh yeah. We can't hear you. That's hilarious. Well, that's so funny. You had to figure out exactly what he was saying through my through my responses. Taylor, speak. Tell us the trip. Let me listen to the podcast. No, they can't. No. What's going on? We really jinxed it there yet again. It's funny that this is a live format though, so it makes it more amusing for everybody at the beginning. Someone said I don't think it's Discord, it's most likely OBS. There's a spot right here, like. I keep him entertained. Hello, my honey. Hello. Sorted everybody out. Oh well, talk in the comments. There's always an opportunity to engage in the chat. What's everybody up to? It's 11 p.m. here in the UK, so everyone's probably gearing up to go to work tomorrow. Back to the grind, back to the machine that's run by Satan worshippers. I just don't understand it, man. Yo, what's up, guys? It's been like a decade since you guys did this last year. We were saying before that it's been 8 to 9 months, which is just crazy how fast that's flown by.
Oh, is this it right here? Okay. This better work. I think this is it.
Keep
All right.
us posted, yeah.
All right. Can people hear me now? I'm gonna check and see, but
Crazy how fast that's gone by.
wait,
Oh yeah. They can hear you.
they can hear me. Ah, okay. So they totally okay. All right, now we're back here. All right, I gotta remember. I gotta write that down so I never forget. Why does that always have to freaking happen? Like, why can't the settings just stay the same?
I think it's picking me up though as well. I've got like a double reverb effect.
Of course it is.
Yeah, I sound like I'm in a fish tank. I don't know why. Might be like doubling on your end or something. It's weird. I don't get it. Now my Vivec's mic sounds dog shit now. Do not understand.
Maybe that might be better.
This better work. I think this.
Oh gosh. La 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 la
I
la.
don't get it.
17 pancake. Ass butt.
Now my
Fart.
17:30.
Fart balls. Sexual intercourse.
I am in a microwave.
This better work. I think this.
Mama. No, that don't work either.
Sounds worse on both ends
does.
now. Yeah, I've not done anything on my end, so I don't know.
Always gotta be something here. Okay.
Both sound like you're in your bath. Maybe we are in our bath. I like how they implied we have a bath together.
Okay, headphones. All right, maybe this one would work. I changed it to. Is there a save? All right, guys, tell me about what you guys think about that Vivec. You gotta stay on cue with the chat. Okay. Oh, I didn't hit apply yet. Wait. Here's apply. Okay, so see if that works.
Strobe light.
Yeah, so I fixed it. Hopefully that works. Testing 1 2 3. Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? La-da-dee-da, batch. It says someone say you okay. What does that mean?
I could tolerate terminate for to be fair.
Hello, we need your guys' help. I'm in my bath. Tail sounds perfect. It works. Okay. All right.
Oh, so it's working.
Okay. 8 minutes later.
Oh yeah.
You've been listening to the Tripsters podcast. Thank you. We'll see you next time.
With the behind the scenes working. The machine elves.
That's what you really don't say, mate. Okay.
Right, well, take it from the top again.
Take it from the top again. So I had a pretty funny joke that I started laughing at myself at, but then I got sad when none of y'all heard it. I said I named Vivec was like, it's been so long you could have had a baby, and I'm like, yeah, I had a child. I named him Vivec, someone that's knowing Tales from the Trip, Blurry, and then I said, yeah, he's Mongolian. But it was more funnier back then because it fit better. Now it's just not funny at all.
I completely fucked it as per usual. But we've done it. We're finally back. But yeah, time flies. I was in a whole different place 8 months ago. In a different house. Life was different. I've been to Japan. Again, just loads of mad shit, to be honest.
How was you want to start there with Japan? Is that
there's so much.
You want to talk about it
unpack.
For like maybe like 20 seconds, then we can get over it. No, I'm kidding.
Japan in 20 seconds.
Yeah,
the TLDR version. To be honest, coming back, it's been quite hard to describe being in Japan for 3 months, which is how long I was traveling for. And when you're traveling for that long, it doesn't even feel like traveling. It feels like you're living there. So it felt like I was living in Japan, pretty much. It wasn't a holiday. It was basically almost the beginnings of a new life. I probably would have stayed longer, but 3 months is the tourist visa. And I actually could have potentially left the country and gone back, like gone to Korea for a week and then come back and kept extending my tourist visa, which is like a bit of a grey area. But to actually summarise Japan, I went last year for 2 weeks, but it's not enough. It wasn't enough to actually really experience the country. So I went and visited a friend. He teaches English over there. He was very kind enough to host me for 3 months, so I had free accommodation, which just allowed me to go crazy and learnt so much of the culture. Was in a different area. It was in Saitama, one of the prefectures that isn't Tokyo. Obviously, most people go to Tokyo, but I went to Tokyo a lot, and sort of had to just get amongst it. There wasn't a lot of English guidance where I was in Saitama. But to be honest, in Japan you can get away with just arigatou gozaimasu, konbanwa, arigatou, gochizou-sama deshita, all the usual stuff. My mate obviously more or less speaks fluent Japanese, so he taught me a little bit of it. Someone said, I know they love to drink in Japan. Yes, they definitely do, because what else is there to do? And so someone says, seems like Vivec loved to drink in Japan as well, Lamau. Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Were you
when it's that cheap.
Were you drinking sake more, or was it Asahi or Asahi?
Asahi to sake onegaishimasu. I mean, you both, but it was. My favourite beer was probably Kirin, this red Kirin, like a 6% Kirin. I mean, I'm not an actual like drinker. Like I'm not drinking now. Like I don't drink. As soon as I got back, like, my drinking habits stopped. But over there, I mean, usually I've got this mindset where I'm like, okay, I'm on holiday. But I was on holiday for 3 months, so I did develop a low key drinking habit. But I thought, you know what, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. You see all these Japanese salarymen finishing work and smashing back these. Their favourite drink, which I discovered, is a strong zero. It's 9%. It's like a seltzer. Very, very easy to drink. It doesn't taste like alcohol at all.
You guys not used to seltzer in your country of origin?
We do. We have stuff like White Claw and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
But okay. this is on another level. This strong zero is a 9%. So after you've had 2, you're thinking, you have 1 and you think, well, what the hell? There's no way this is 9% alcohol. And then after 3, you're basically on the floor. And they're so cheap. But people kept saying to me when I got back, they were like, oh, well, how much money did you spend over there? And I said, well, actually, I genuinely saved money going to Japan because the yen is so weak. So my ability to eat the best food and drink very regularly and get the trains everywhere and do all these activities, I saved money. It was crazy. It's just the ticket to get there that's expensive, really.
What, like the plane ticket?
Yeah, just the plane ticket, and then you get there, and then you basically live like a king.
Yeah, I heard Japan is very cheap. My friends talk about moving there. Never been there before, but with America crumbling, you're trying to look at places to go to. But yeah, I heard Japan is really cheap, and you're getting, like you said, the quality of food is very good. You get to become everybody's an alcoholic, so if you're an alcoholic, it won't look weird.
It's awesome. Because you can just go and eat out every night, and you know that the food is very, very high quality, and there's so much variety. And where we were in Saitama, very specifically in Surugashima. I liked it because I've been to Tokyo, and I went to Tokyo a lot during this trip, but the most interesting parts of Japan are the Japan where none of the tourists are, because there's a lot of foreign tourists in Japan. And when you go to a foreign country, like I want to go and experience their culture, and it can sometimes take me out of it when I'm literally just hearing like American. I mean, there's a lot of American and Australians in Tokyo because it's geared for them. I was like one of the few British people really there. Not there in general, but like that I encountered.
Okay, got you.
And so the Japan I was at was the Japanese back rooms. I was in nature. There was so isolated. Checking off all the shrines and the temples. It was just so relaxing. It was a great way to detox and unwind. But if you want to go crazy, you can go crazy. You go to Shinjuku, the district in Tokyo, which is just where all the debauchery takes place. That's where you're most likely going to find your Japanese underground drugs and the prostitution and the gambling and all the illegal stuff that the foreigners love.
With the stuff that American tourism built. No.
Yeah.
How are the women over there? Are they looking mighty fine?
Well, they're either the women. This guy said something very funny to me on Christmas Day because I was there from October to like end of October to end of January, and for some reason on Christmas Day I decided to just do the least Christmassy thing ever, and I just decided to go to this place called Yokosuka, which was the inspiration for this game called Shenmue, because I thought, why not just do something weird? I like to do unconventional things. And I went there, and this guy had this American guy. There was loads of Americans there, and I found out there was an American naval base. And he said something to me about the women. He's like, yeah, right, I'll tell you one thing about the women in Japan, bro. You look at them, they're all sexy, but they're either 12 or 75. I was walking past and he was like, how old do you think that girl is? And I was like, this is such a strange conversation, man. This is the most gaijin, which is a Japanese term for like tourists. This is the most gaijin conversation ever, man. Like all them reels you see, like, yeah, we gotta go over to Japan and we gotta like help their population problem out and like seed all the women. And it's like, to be honest, Japanese people are so introverted. I don't really think they're gonna give you like
time of day.
Then yeah, you're not gonna have that much time of day. You're not gonna have much dating success unless you can like really speak the language. Like my friend who I lived with, just as I was going to stay with him, he started dating this girl, and now they're together
in Japan.
Yeah, and they're now together, like months onward, and they're just so much. I mean, they're just so much more traditional around everything. I guess like in the West, we're so. It's funny because we're like sexually repressed, yet but we're also like so sexually open to the point, like to the nth degree, where like romance is not as tasteful, I guess, whereas in Japan it's semi-tasteful. Like, oh, you meet up and you just go on a date, and like it's just you getting to know each other, and then the second date maybe a little bit closer, a bit more like regimented. Whereas in the West it's like you just match with some girl on Tinder and you get her in your car and take her for a McDonald's and then go and do God knows what to her. So yeah, it's really interesting culture difference. Even though they are very westernized, like they are a Western like type. Not Western type country, but they're a first world country. There's definitely some serious cultural differences. The big one for me, and what I love the most about Japan and Tokyo, is how clean it is and how quiet it is, and that is why it is so shocking when I mean. God, I do love you Americans, but my God, sometimes on them you just don't know when to shut up. Like it's crazy.
No,
like
I'm there with you.
I feel like this Japanese person told me, this is just one Japanese person's opinion, but there was a few, because where we was like the local foreigners, so me and my friend got to know a lot of the locals, and I sort of spoke through him because they didn't speak any English, and they said that we asked him very bluntly, who's your favourite of the Caucasian tourists? And they would often say the British, because they said that the British seem to have the most similar, quote unquote, temperament to the Japanese, even though we're not similar. But it's the closest you can get, because I feel like British people are quite reserved and can just like shut up, even though we are like very verbose in fucking Manchester and London and all that when you get us going. But in America, like, I mean, not in America, but the Americans in Japan on the subway, you could tell they're American because they just can't stop talking, and like the whole thing on the subway is like, yo, just shut the fuck up, just like everyone just minds their own business. And just the American tourist is like, oh my god, yeah, like I went to a soccer and like just the takoyaki, just like probably hit the spot, and then the deer and Nara, oh my god, like so kawaii this. It's just real, not like obviously it amused me because I don't care, but you could tell the Japanese, like I'd look around at the Japanese people and they'd be grimacing like fuck at them, like oh fucking engaging this guy.
It's funny because when I went to New York City, you know, nobody says hi to each other. Everyone's looking down at their phones. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like a culture shock for them. That's why they're going over there. But when I was in New York City, there was a bunch of, I don't think it was Japanese people, but it was Chinese. Maybe it was Japanese, but there's a whole bunch of diverse people. There's like a whole every country, every possible culture is living in New York City. But yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not surprised by it. Americans are they think everything, we're like spoiled. We're like the poor kids who want like the newest best thing. Like we're not, we can't afford that stuff. We're on our 25th credit card. We maxed out every single one, you know, and we're pretending like I brought up a good thing. It was we are a third world country wrapped in a first world country wrapping paper.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
Yeah. So
I must say though, to balance it out, I did take from Japan that was upsetting. No, I don't think they do realize it. I think some of them break out the mold. They're very hive mindish in a sense because they are so collectivist. But yeah, it is great that you go on the subway and like it's quiet and like everyone agrees. Let's just be quiet and respect everyone and be orderly and organized. But you look around and like everybody is on their phone. Like I have never been to anywhere in the world where that amount of people are so glued to their electronic devices, like literally glued. That is like a third arm for them. And I know the whole world's like treats their phone as a third arm.
Yeah.
But in Japan, my god, like it is crazy.
Maybe that's where you said they're kind of more introverted over there. Maybe that's where it comes, like that's part of it. That probably didn't help nothing, you know.
Super introverted, and I guess, there's always positives and negatives and sacrifices that come with like this type of like societal structure. And so the positive of being a hyper introverted sort of autistic country is that you get all this crazy shit that the rest of the world loves: the games, the anime, the films, the technology, stuff that's very much engineered like privately and with care and precision and with like almost a healthy conservative value, whereas in the West we're like hyper liberal. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. It's like I'll just get by smoking weed all day and working at Burger King, which there's nothing actually wrong with that, but we're I feel like in the West we're more content with like a mediocre life, whereas in Japan it's like, no, I always need to be striving towards the best thing, even if it's in a very like I don't know what sort of job you call it, like blue collar or whatever it's called, like on the lower on the food chain. Even like a waitress in Japan would treat that job as like the most important thing ever. So they take a lot of pride in what they do. But then on the other side, they have overworking culture, which is also very sad. So it's not the utopia that everybody dreams of. And I don't go over because I mean most people, you go over to Japan, Akihabara, big electronic town, which is where all the nerds go, and obviously I'm big into nerd stuff, but I do very much cringe at the whole weeaboo nerd like obsession. Like, this is just like one of my Japanese animes. Like, I'm living on my Japanese fantasy.
Gosh.
In Akihabara, arigato gozaimasu. And yeah, I think the Japanese do. They do cringe at it a little bit, like, wow, these people basically think they're coming to an anime world, and that you get there and it's like, no, this is just like, it's just a country. Really,
That definitely.
You're not gonna make Naruto.
The American weeaboos definitely feel that way. Back at I went to school with them, but anime is huge here in America. Like I didn't really know too much about it when I was in high school, but people were silently watching it. Like, but
because it was still niche, wasn't it?
Yeah,
still niche, and now it's all. I mean, it's funny that people say that anime is now mainstream. It's not become mainstream. It's always been hugely influential for decades since Astro Boy, Dragon Ball, Ghost in the Shell. This has inspired so many Western movies, and there's been huge fandoms. But now what's happening is that it is now more common for you to meet like normies. It's not just sectioned off to like aficionados or enthusiasts. It's like I'll go out to the pub, and like I was at the pub the other day, and this guy had a Akatsuki jacket, which is like this. I've never watched Naruto, but it's like this group from Naruto, and this guy just looked normal, like as if, I don't know, he just plays football and drinks beer, and then he had an Akatsuki jacket on. So now it's like the normies or whatever, who would just like not consume normal media, they're just treating it as like something that's always been about and mainstream. Well, it's always been something that they could get into, whereas like back in the day in school, if you liked anime, you'd probably get bullied for it because it was just weird. It's nerd shit. But now nerd shit, everyone's a fucking I think the term nerd shouldn't even exist anymore. It's just an interest, isn't it?
Nerd is a compliment. No,
Yeah,
you call a nerd, it's like, whoa, dude, that's the highest highest calling of order I've ever received in my entire life.
Even on YouTube, look at all the people. Like, look at all the biggest YouTubers ever. Like, look at PewDiePie. PewDiePie was the first domineering YouTuber within his space, and it all came from just like playing games, doing nerd stuff. And then now it's not. Every time I go to someone's house, and they've got kids, the kids are on Fortnite. They're watching streamers play games, doing all this stuff. Whereas like, when I was a teenager, an early teenager, and I was doing this in my own private, like, introverted space, I would be called a nerd and get bullied for it. Not that I really gave a fuck, because I was just like, I don't fucking care. Like, it's just something I'm interested in. I don't give it to someone shit for their interests. Like, at the end of the day, everyone just has different interests, don't they? I think maybe we're just becoming more accepting of, like,
Yeah.
people's interests. But there's also a massive pushback, like, because then it's like, oh, yeah.
Also, a lot of beautiful women are supporting gaming, like, the beautiful Japanese woman, of course, but, like, Megan Thee Stallion, she's a huge anime fan, and she's got, like, I mean, her body is just incredibly amazing. Anyways, but yeah, no, it's one of the greatest bodies I think I've ever seen. But yeah, no, it's definitely more popular nowadays, and yeah, that goes with like same with autism too. Like they used to be such a like a weird thing to be. Like the autistic kid was the fucking weirdo kid, but now it's like, oh, you got autism, man. Fuck yeah, man! Come into let's eat together. But most of the time, they don't even have autism, so they use it as a front to give them excuses to act weird.
That's an interesting segue into the current ADHD, autism, neurodivergent phenomenon, where it seems like every single person has autism or ADHD or both, or all of these other things that end with a D, OCD, BPD, and I think the main thing, I was obviously another big thing that's happened to me is I've been diagnosed with ADHD, as if that wasn't already self-evident, but it's always interesting to get an actual professional's opinion. And
How's that going for you?
I would say I've been prescribed Elvans, 20 milligrams, and I would say for the first 3 days, I loved it. It was very, very effective. I had no side effects, and I still don't have any side effects. I've not had any insomnia. It's not reduced my appetite. In fact, I swear I'm hungrier than ever. And I sleep better because I'm like more regimented. But what has happened in the last 2 days is that I feel like my body has gotten used to 20 milligrams, which I feel I definitely need a higher dose because it's not quite getting me there in terms of focus. But that first day, whoa. That was crazy. It was just crazy to have an eradication of the scatterbrain. I was right. I literally just. It was interesting to be like, have a thought and say, oh, I want to work on this thing I've been thinking about. And I just picked up my laptop and started doing it.
Yeah, so I've been noticing you've been getting more videos out past few days too. So it's like, wow.
That's how I knew it worked, and I've been working on this. I've got lots of other projects in the meantime as well, like scripts and stuff on my Google Docs that have just been lying dormant. And on that first day, the first few days, I just smashed them out. Like the minute I thought about it, I did it. Rather than was like, well, I would really like to do this today, but maybe I should get a shower first, or maybe I should eat first to get my dopamine, or maybe I should go outside to get 15 minutes of sunlight to get my vitamin D, blah blah blah. Which is usually how my brain worked. And unfortunately, the past 2 days, I haven't been like that, which means that I think my body and brain definitely requires a higher dosage. But that's the way it works, isn't it? They have to titrate you, don't they? A titration process of they wouldn't just put you on 70 milligrams immediately.
No, of course
my brain might explode.
Yeah, although I would have liked to. You could have been a human experiment, and we could have seen what happened. No, I'm kidding.
But just to take that back in to the phenomenon is that. I think a lot of people now are going for ADHD diagnosis or saying they've got ADHD, but I think the doctor that I had, Dr. Natarajan, what a really interesting guy he is, obviously. I mean, he's a professional and he was telling me lots about it. He said that most people, and I agreed with him, who was even having this talk, is that most modern humans now think they've got ADHD, but actually they've just had their dopamine receptors fried within the past 5 years of this dopamine magic culture that we live in.
That's all it is, to be honest.
And drugs and stuff, and yeah.
I mean, that could cause, ADHD, or maybe they need to come up with some sort of like new disorder, like the one that we're living in, because like phones, they weren't a natural part of evolution. Social media wasn't, but now it is. Every kid is gonna have to deal with, like, there's gonna be a tablet in their face. So I
guess it colloquially it's brain rot, but there's something that needs to be done, because obviously brain rot and ADHD, I guess, go hand in hand. But the thing is that the only way to get diagnosed with ADHD, this is why I was more curious actually, to get diagnosed than anything. I was like, have I been brain rotted, or have I always had this? And then I had to consult my parents and had to unpack my whole life, give as many details as I could, and he said, he was like, yeah, you clearly have had this. You was born with it. Like, you was clearly born with this disorder. Mm-hmm. It doesn't just happen like in your 20s, where after you've taken fucking loads of cocaine and been scrolling on TikTok all day, because then you'll feel like you do have it. Then you'll have ADHD symptoms because you'll be on a dopamine deficit. But these people, if they just pull the fingers out their ass and sort their lives out, they could recover their dopamine. But with ADHD people, no matter really what you do, or unless you've got a manageable ADHD, if you've got the most extreme forms, there is nothing you can do to fill in that, quite literally, a physical disability. And that's what the medication is for, is to fill the gap. So I'm very pleased with my progress.
That's good. That's funny how they call it all these different names for, because it's Vyvanse over here, the brand name, and they call it Elvance over there, but it's still lisdexamphetamine. So
yeah, same thing.
Yeah, so that I just always find that funny.
We don't have Adderall.
No Adderall over there?
No, Adderall is it's for some reason it's illegal to prescribe in the UK. I can't remember exactly why, but obviously it's a stimulant type medication similar to Elvan's. But Adderall is a mixture of two things, and I don't know, maybe one of them is just not allowed in the UK. But I spoke about this on my Discord server because I was announcing, I was like, all right, you might notice a change in the Vivec consciousness over the next, and some people, obviously a lot of people are like, oh, I'm really buzzing for you. Then other people are like, oh, just be warned, maybe crazy, ruined my life, you did all this, did all that. And then I was like, well, what are you on? And then most of them was on Adderall, and I said, well, actually, that's not in the UK, so I don't know if there's a connection there. But yeah, from what most Americans I've spoken to who've been treated with ADHD have had horror stories because of their experiences with it. Whereas everybody I know in the UK, my family, my friends who are now medicated, say it was one of the best things they've ever done. So I don't know what's going on in America. Some mad shit.
Yeah. Well, we work with the big pharma people, so they try to get us to get addicted to these things, and hard to get off. So there's different attack on citizens over here than it is in different countries. So it's very different. You guys got your own drugs to worry about. We probably got the worst drugs to worry about over here in America. Yeah.
The fentanyl stuff is crazy. It's it's just mad that it's mad to fathom that for most people in the UK who just willy-nilly go and just buy drugs off a street dealer, no one thinks twice about it. They'll just be, oh, just give me a plug. No one ever worries about if it's laced or anything. Whereas in America, you could just get a random plug, and then that's the end of you, and it could be in anything. It's the Wild West out there. I can't even. My heart goes out to many American drug aficionados, because fucking hell, that's scary.
Yeah, that's why best bet is just to never do drugs in the first place over here, because it'll lead to a big downward spiral. That's easier said than done, of course, but because there's so many new things being entered into the drug supply, and I stay on top of this crap, and it's really sad. But there are some good programs out there for people that stay on top of this stuff. Look at this comment. Vivec, is 7-OH a problem in the UK like in the US? Do you guys have 7-OH over there, 7-hydroxymetragenine?
Never ever heard of that.
Really?
Is that? I'm just looking it up now.
It's a kratom alkaloid, but it's way stronger.
No, kratom isn't really a thing over here. A bit like I say, DXM isn't really a thing over here either. But I have used. We talked about this quite a while ago. You can actually order kratom online, but I don't know if it's like the effects are subdued or whatever. But it didn't really do much for me. I was just curious about taking it, but no, I didn't know that there's some weird isolated fucking alcohol.
Oh, there's a whole bunch, dude. It's so bad over here that they banned. They made 7-OH a Schedule I drug. In Ohio, they just made it illegal to possess it and buy it. It's a controlled substance now, which is crazy. In a span of like 2.5 years since it really hit the market. Regular kratom is still legal mostly. But it's harder even to find that over here. So they're creating alternatives. There's pseudoindoxil. There's a new thing called oxynol. There's a drug called MGM-15. There's a DHM, dihydrometragenine or something. There's a bunch of different kratom alkaloids. I've been reading, though, that MGM-15 is by far the strongest and the worst to get off of. So, I don't think I'll ever try that ever. But, it's a big thing, dude. People are freaking out because they think they're going to ban it everywhere in the United States, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did. So, that's crazy.
One of the most interesting things about being in our niche and from doing this that never fails to fascinate me is just how many substances there are, how many there are. You have no idea how many different derivatives and how many are being made. There's stuff being made right now. It's like you can just like tweak these fucking molecules and you make something. You make the most powerful psychedelic ever. Like, oh, you thought we'd made the most powerful psychedelic with 5-amino DMT, wait for fucking 3-amino PCE.
Oh, come on, that's nothing, man. I've done that yet. I did that shit yesterday. I was, man. That's yesterday's news.
Have that for breakfast.
I put it in my Fruit Loops. Someone said, is it the same as Feel Free? Feel Free is a mix of kava, kratom. It has just a very small percentage of 7-OH, but it's not enough to where they had to take it off the shelves.
That was a very interesting video of yours. I was
one of my better videos.
Fuck?
Yeah,
just
people,
like, holy shit, it's
dude,
so crazy.
I drank that once like 3 years ago because I wanted to, I saw it in the head shop when I was addicted to kratom. Dude, it was so horrible tasting. I would never want to do it again. There's people drink like, I was reading stories, people were drinking like 9 to 10 a day. There's probably people who drink even more than that. But man, dude, that's disgusting to drink that stuff. Like, kava is horrible, it tastes bad. Kratom, it's not bad unless you're addicted to it, and then you can't, it gets worse. But like when you first get introduced to kratom, it kind of tastes like a tea a little bit, so you're not like really thinking of it. But like when you do it a lot, it becomes worse. It's not as good. I mean, it was never good, but
you have like kratom bars in America, I've heard, where you just go into a bar and...
Oh, yeah, there's a kratom and kava bar over here, close to me. Yeah, they call it elixir, though. They don't call it kratom.
Okay.
Dude, it's
in America, in the UK, the people would gobble this up because in every country people love drugs and love getting on it, but in America there's so much variety and so much choice.
Dude, there's a literal billboard where I work at, not like where I work at, but the city I work in, talking about doing ketamine and stuff. It's crazy. Like, literally, the ketamine is on the billboards for the therapy and stuff, of course, but still, like...
Yeah. That's another substance that's really gripped the American consciousness in many, many ways. We talk about this in my Discord.
Ketamine!
Fucking ketamine, man.
Yeah, I'm doing ketamine!
I fucking love it, me, man.
So it was saying that in America there's been an embrace of lots of English electronic dance music like drum and bass and dubstep and garage, and with that is coming, I'd say, the UK drugs, because ketamine is most commonly associated with drum and bass music. So there's always a symbiotic relationship with recreational party drugs that aren't like fucked up, like stuff like fentanyl. I wouldn't say that's a party drug, but party drugs like ecstasy and ketamine, it goes hand in hand with music. So say like, back in the 80s or whatever, the second summer of love, like that was fueled by ecstasy, and ecstasy had that relationship with, say, acid house and happy hardcore, and then this leads into all these other genres. And they say in the 60s the psychedelics had a symbiotic relationship with the rock music, and it's like, what's the next big party drug, and what weird tunes is that going to produce?
Yeah.
I don't know what else they can make. They have to make like a whole new, like they've got like different categories of drugs, like deliriants and dissociatives and psychedelics. There's definitely a potential for a new category to be made, and then there's a whole slurry of new substances. Like there'll be receptors in the brain that we haven't figured out how to tap into yet.
Right.
So look forward to that.
the delusion, or the delusionaries.
Yeah,
the delusionary.
Yeah.
It wraps you up in delusion. That's why they call it. It's a mix of deliriants and dissociatives and psychedelics, all of it mixed into one.
bit like that sounds a bit like salvia. That's always the one that people always have the hardest time pinning down into one of the categories, because people are like, oh, it's put it in the psychedelic category. But I'm like, no, but it's a dissociative. But no, but it's a delirium. And it's I think it's just
No, but it's not even real. It doesn't exist.
It's in a hole. It's in a hole of a fucking ballpark. Salvia. That's. Say it's the most hard. Say salvia is probably the most hardcore of the hallucinogenic like substances by far.
Oh yeah,
it's easily my favorite to cover on the channel, because they're just you're not in this reality anymore. Like you can do DMT and you can go to different realities and etc. Which I must say I've been experimenting with DMT lately.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I've actually quite a lot recently. Someone who, to quote the early internet, someone who isn't me managed to get something that I didn't buy, and been using it daily, having like threshold experiences. I've been also almost like I wouldn't say microdosing it, because I can still very much feel it.
Yeah, I get you.
Damn, that shit fucking.
I used to do those doses.
It humbles you. It humbles you a lot. I've had some really like insane experiences. I've not had like a full breakthrough yet. It's coming. I'm building up to it. But I've got the ability to do it now. So like whenever, which is really awesome. And wow, one of my experiences a few weeks ago is just I hats off to the people who write DMT trip reports, because
right.
I find it like really ineffable how to describe how it goes down, because I had this experience where I felt like I didn't see an entity, but there was this. It felt like there was a presence. There's a classic way of describing it in the reports that you see, is like people feel like they're having the brain fiddled with by something. Mm-hmm. You could say it's the molecule itself, but when you're actually in the experience, it feels as if there is some form of like metaphysical surgery going on. And if you read the really deep DMT trips, or you look at the work of Rick Strassman and Andrew Gallimore, when you go into the breakthrough, there's these strange little boys, these strange little creatures doing bits on your brain, and whether they're real, whether they're not real, there's something. Whether you take a materialistic or an idealistic stance on hallucinogenics, there's something fucking weird going on, and let's just agree that it's weird.
No,
it's gonna get so weird that the people are going to have to start talking about it,
as McKenna would say.
Yeah, DMT and just regular psychedelics, man. I don't know, that it's the fact that we can even do these things is a great like thing, and we shouldn't take it for granted at all. Yes, you can have bad trips. You might be like, I'll never do psychedelics ever again, or drugs ever again. But just be thankful that you were able to experience such a thing like that, to make your mind, believe, you never want to go in that realm again, or if you are interested and want to do it again and want to keep doing it. It's crazy how we've come to that. Like with everything too, like medical discoveries, and milking cows, everything, all the things that we've come to the conclusion of, and who had to die, sacrifices had to be made in doing these things. Like, man, just imagine
learning how to milk a cow.
right. Just imagine the amount of people that went through terrifying trips to get to where we are today.
Everybody's standing on the shoulder of giants. That's the whole way society functions, and humankind has functions. It always has to have proceed, and we have to sacrifice it for the next generation. And one thing I must say about bad trips is that, from reading so many trip reports, hundreds, possibly thousands now, and talking to many people through Vivec, is that it must be said that I think the overwhelming majority of as Era would say, the train wrecks and trip disasters are people who just go into it without any precautions and just say, fuck it, I'm just going to do this. I'm invincible. They've got this some level of hubris. They take ridiculously high doses. They've never taken psychedelics before. They have
Right.
no theoretical like background. They're enabling all of the risks to unfold, whereas good trips complemented by wisdom and cautiousness. And even if you don't have the experience that you want, even if it's uncomfortable, it's not going to be like the worst of the worst that you hear. So that's why I tried to tell people that, okay, I know we cover a lot of like crazy experiences and they're always very popular, because people love shocking content. It must be said that if you are a wise, cautious and safe person, have a bit of patience, you're going to get a lot out of psychedelics, and dissociatives as well. Any of the positive hallucinogenics, really, because they can change your life for the better.
Yeah, me and dissociatives just don't get along. So that I'm one of the crowds that just can't get it. It's not like severe, like weed level severe, but it's up there. Like I could definitely have a good trip on a dissociative. If I do it like a higher dose than I'm supposed to, no, it's just automatically bad. Like I can't have I can't have that risk for a possible good trip, from a high dose of something of a dissociative. You get what I'm trying to say? Like if I did a high dose of a psychedelic, I could have a bad trip, but I could also have a really good one too. But like with DXM or ketamine, if I take a high dose of that, I'm screwed for days. Well, not ketamine for days, but DXM for days. Yes.
Yeah, it's just different brains are wired up for different things. Even just in normal life, some people resonate with one thing and other people, it's like food, like some food that I'm obsessed with, some people have it and they're like, well, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted in my life, and it literally made me a worse person for doing it.
Right.
And I'll be like, no, I love it. Yeah, it's another thing that must be said, and I do discourage the use of deliriants in like as a blanket rule. Like in the Discord, I'm very much like, yo, don't fucking mess about with deliriants, and on deliriant trip reports I'm like, yo, don't fucking do this, like seriously. But it must be said, and this is where the nuance comes in, there are some people, not your average person who's on the internet, your fucking average internet dweller, but I'm talking like shamans, like in fucking. I mean, where does Jira come from? It was used by Native Americans in lots of American sort of ancient cultures. They clearly would work with it. Doesn't mean it's going to be nice, but they could work with it to induce. It can definitely induce mystical experiences. Doesn't mean it's going to be positive.
Right.
This is why a lot of sometimes people say to me on my channel, because obviously I focus on mystical experiences with hallucinogenics, and some people are, oh well, if it's mystical, why isn't it always sunshine and rainbows? I was like, having a mystical experience doesn't just mean it's going to be like pure euphoria all the time. It's just going to like transcending the self isn't always the most comfortable thing ever, because we're so attached to like our state. But if you're a really fucking like, if you, let's say you're a professional Native American datura user from fucking like the 1400s, he might be able to work with datura and that he can actually get the positivity out of it. But this is not indicative. This is not generally indicative of how it's going to be for most people. For most people, just take a gram of shrooms. Just take like a little bit of LSD. There's no need for like, I don't understand when these people they come to me and they say, oh well, yeah, I've had all these experiences, I'm with mushrooms and I've gone up to like 10 grams, oh, I'm gonna do fucking 500 micrograms of LSD. I was like, no, do the same thing you did with the shrooms with the LSD. Start back at the beginning. Start back, go to the lowest dose and work up. Just fuck it. But most people are just very impatient, and I get it because I'm impatient. But it'll bite you in the ass if you
mistreat it.
with fire.
Yeah. I just read a story on.
Someone said, "Didn't you say you broke through the other day?" Um, I, well, I was talking about this on the Discord, and I've had to like. It's weird because it just happens so fast, and like whatever, I don't know what like terminology you could use to define a breakthrough, but I'll tell you right now though, I wasn't in my room. I was somewhere else, but I can't even like describe where it was. It happened so fast, and I just remember like rematerializing, like from almost like from atom upward. It felt like I was being re-engineered. Whether that's a breakthrough or not, I don't know. Everyone has different breakthroughs and experiences, but I'll tell you that was my deepest DMT experience. It was the most reality-shattering one, I must say, just to answer that person's question.
Okay, so you didn't break through though, like.
I don't know what I'm fucking doing. I just lie at it. I want to puff on the vape.
Oh, you got a vape of it, okay.
Yes, it's a vape. It's not the traditional.
Yeah, see, when I was doing it a couple of years ago, I had the pure crystal, DMT crystal, and that shit is powerful, bruh. Powerful. I don't know how much more of a difference it is than like a DMT vape, but I'm sure it definitely works better.
People say it's easier to break through with the crystals and stuff, and also you can dose them. But I'm telling you now, that vape device pretty powerful, and I've had it in. It's a different type of vaping device that I've had to other ones, and this one's very, very effective. It's super strong. It's what's interesting about DMT is that you can actually just do it, unlike other psychedelics, where if you take LSD every day, which I don't recommend doing, you'll have to keep upping the dose because your brain literally just can't produce the experience that you get tolerance, of course.
Yeah.
Whereas DMT, you just keep doing it over and over, and that's why they're doing these interesting experiments, like Andrew Gallimore and Rick Strassman. They're doing DMT-X, where they've developed this technology to allow the DMT experience to take place over possibly like 30 minutes to an hour, to possibly they're trying to look into having a DMT experience for days.
For days? Oh gosh, that sounds horrifying.
They've got this facility that they're working on, and it's probably gonna be the next big thing this year in the psychonaut spaces. They've got a facility they're working on in the Caribbean. It's DMTX is used in the Imperial College in London, but it's in a very like clinical setting, which is not a great setting to have a DMT experience.
No, not at all.
Shitty hospital bed. But they're going to the Caribbean. It's going to be cushy. There's going to be vibes, man. It's going to be nice hammocks, and it's going to be taken very seriously. But the idea is to have volunteers, so very, very, very serious volunteers who probably will go through some rigorous tests and analyses for like mental health and biology and that, who are willing to be in the DMT realm for days on end and be with the beings and report back.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like, that sounds like a setup for a creepypasta right there. For real. That'll be
the greatest trip report of all time, the DMT X trip report.
Yeah.
Where they went and they lived for like a whole year. Like their body was just literally just almost fueled like the Matrix, like someone's just on a fucking bed and they're just feeding them nutrients so that they can live in the DMT space. And we would learn so much. We would learn so much about what the fuck's going on over there or wherever it is.
Right. Yeah, would you do that?
Nah.
No, yeah, neither would I.
Fair play to everybody who does that. That's amazing. Hats off to these people. Are just these are the.
They getting paid for it?
I think maybe they might get paid for it. I think it's mainly a volunteering thing. I think if you want to do it, the opportunity to do it is the payment, isn't it? That's
right.
Absolutely amazing. What if you're just a DMT aficionado, like a modern day McKenna, and that would be your ultimate opportunity to go and live with the beings, and yeah, it's crazy. It makes me think about this thing that Ilindi Illy, if I'm getting that right, said. he was famous. He died, but he was a very famous mushroom. It was almost like a mushroom guru. This big, very big black guy. You see him about on Instagram quite a bit, and he took crazy high doses of mushrooms, like 30 grams, 40 grams,
Oh
50
gosh.
grams, insane stuff. And the way he described the psychedelic experience was fascinating, because rather than he was talking about, like, he made in a good comparison to, like, I've never watched this Marvel film, like Ant-Man, where Ant-Man becomes so small, like he becomes like quantum level small. He's actually in like quantum world.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that actually there's worlds within worlds, and that actually reality is like everything is itself. Like in my hand, I mean, even biologically, in my hand, there's like a cell. There's the cell world, isn't there? There's like little cells. They're doing their own little bits. But then, what if we zoom into the cells on the quantum plank and beyond level? Like, you could say there's a whole reality in there, and that's how he described these realms you go to on psychedelics. So actually, you're going so deep within inner space that you are like, you're not going outside of reality, you're going deeper in.
Right.
And then this ties into like fucking aliens and shit, where it's like the aliens, we get so obsessed with them being like these like bleep blorp, like little green or grey boys that have made a ship on a fucking Zeta Reticuli, when actually maybe they live inside of reality itself, like the actual fabric. So that's food for thought.
Jeez. Yeah. I mean, I think it's all
crazy.
we're all living inside of something. So I'm not shocked by that discovery
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because you
that's what it
extrapolate
is.
outward, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like that. The one at best Simpsons couch gags, where they sit down and then it zooms out the house, and it zooms out all the way out into the universe and the fucking Big Bang, and then it all becomes like white, and then after that it becomes fucking them on the sofa again.
Yeah.
It's like you go further out and you eventually meet back at the same point, and I think there's actual physics that talks about that, but I'm not.
Because there is a starting
scientist.
point, you know.
Yep.
So it's so big, like you have to reach back, you know. So I don't know. We don't even know we don't really know if that's what it is, or just like we could still be in a simulation, or
We don't know shit.
yeah, I don't know. I
Here we go. The term, it's self-recursive. Yeah, self-recursive, a process, function, or entity that's defined in terms of itself, creating a loop where it calls, contains, or acts upon itself. So you could say the universe is self-recursive, like it literally just is itself, and that's sort of like what all the fucking ancient traditions have tried to tell us. But we're so materialist science is so lost on the minutiae and the finite details that they think we're going to quantify it, and they're like, oh well, we've got all the little bits together now. It's like, well, you can't really quantify infinity. You're just like examining the details, which is all well and good. I love science, but there's definitely a scientific ego where we think, well, every other fucking 30 years we're like, we got it, we figured it out, and then we're like, no, we've got to rewrite the books, and then this like triggers the scientific egos, and like it's a lot of work, isn't it? Like you got to rewrite the books, you got to like reteach a whole new generation like new things. Like think about what kids were getting taught about before Einstein. And fucking Einstein
Right.
comes about, and then he dies, and then he gets accepted, and then you got to rewrite the books, and it's like, oh yeah, everything your parents learned was false. So then your parents think you're an idiot. So we fucking just can't win.
Right. We don't. Everyone's just got to accept the fact that we don't know, and that's perfectly okay that we don't know. It's more fun to speculate than to actually try to, claim something is true. I'm a religious person. Like I believe in God, but I'm not gonna claim to think that I know that. I know exactly what's happening, what's going on. I have belief. I don't because
Yeah.
every belief system for anybody can be explained out of. So it's like I feel better. I live happier knowing, that, if I'm doing good on this world, hopefully everything will work out in the end. And, there's a lot of evil people in this world, especially nowadays. Well, it's always been around, but, or they didn't get punished at all. They're living, they're able to run a whole country, for Christ's sake. But yeah.
I think now there's always been evil, and
there
always will be.
There always has.
It's just time until we become the fucking the hive mind, and we live in reality like the Greys or whatever they're doing, where they're living peacefully or whatever.
Yeah.
But in the human realm, what's happening right now is the average person is so exposed now to the deep corruption of man. Like, it's crazy.
We know everything.
Epstein files, which if you really, I knew about this like when I was a fucking, like, people are like, oh my god, so shocked that I'm hearing that all these elites are involved. But this is like, fucking hell, I figured this out when I was like 10 when I watched Eyes Wide Shut, and I'm watching Bohemian Grove videos.
The Alex Jones video that you can't find on the internet unless you have the link for it.
Yeah.
I was into that. I was into the Illuminati when I was in, not into it, of course, but like researching into it when I was in middle school in 6th grade. I think I was able to. I knew about the Bohemian Grove. I think I still have my Bohemian Grove T-shirt. It's the BC Bohemian Club with what's the owl's name? What's his name? It's not Moloch, because that's the demonic. That's the demon. It's. Man, I'm about to look it up. Bohemian Grove Owl.
It's pretty iconic.
Yes, it is.
It's so weird.
Molech? It is Molech,
Yeah.
but it's not. Okay,
Yeah.
but that's different from Moloch, though. Oh, okay.
Whoever's coming up with these names knows how to write some seriously, like, deep fiction. Like, this is like Lord of the Rings level fucking, like, fucking Urukai type entity shit. Fucking, the lore goes deep, man. Holy shit. I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. I don't get lost in conspiracy theories. I've just since I was a young lad, I just was like, well, everybody's weird. Humans are weird, and the elites are probably going to be some of the weirdest. So
Right.
I don't know. What they really do. The agenda is that they love the fact that they're on top. Like, they feed.
It's
they
the
feed
power.
off of that.
It's literally the power that they have. That
Yeah,
is.
power's-
It's not. It's not
power's
even.
ego juice.
It's not even just about the wealth. Like, wealth is part of it, but it's power that really makes these people evil and greedy. Like, there's this video I listened to recently. It was, man, it came out 5 years ago. It was actually a repost from 5 years ago, so it was actually older than that. It was from he told a story about what it was like being an assistant for him, and who was there, and dude, you cannot search it. For some reason, it got recommended to me randomly, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad I watched it, but I saved it now. I found it because I was talking with my physical therapist and then another patient that was there at the time. We were all having a big discussion about the Epstein files and trafficking and stuff. So we were talking about all this, and yeah, dude, it's crazy because this one guy, he was he had a Richard Nixon tattoo on the back of him. He was wearing a Moloch mask or whatever, an owl mask or a goat mask while he was doing bad things to a girl, and he walked in on him, and the assistant guy got outed for a little bit. He had to rebuild his image back up again and show Epstein he was loyal. And he had like a deep conversation with him one time. He said Epstein was really depressed, but he was like really, really smart. So yeah, I don't know. That's they live in a completely different world than we do. It's scary.
And then it's like, what can you really do about it? So like Mr. Trump, as was mentioned, I believe 38,000 times in the Epstein files. Like everybody with a working brain knows the man's like walking corruption. But what can you do about it? Because what we can't. What's the answer? What really is the answer?
I know exactly what we could do. We gotta overthrow the government, but we're not gonna do that because we don't have enough balls. But that's literally the answer. You cannot stop humanity from taking over. You literally cannot. It's just like nature. Nature will always grow over people and things when humans are gone, because it doesn't, like, you can cut it, you can do landscaping to it, but the grass will always be there, always grow over. That's the thing with humans. Like they might have power within themselves and they can do a lot of stuff and they can control a lot of people, but once everyone decides to like actually fight together, that's when the system can go down. So that's the only way we can do it. But you gotta do that. That's the tough part. You gotta get everybody. But I think honestly,
everyone's living like Wally, aren't they? Everyone's got all the needs catered for,
right,
in this hyper dopaminergic society that has been literally engineered by.
Nobody wants to get rid of it.
Yeah, the top down people have allowed us to, like, the only reason we have YouTube and Facebook and phones and everything is because of the people in the big business sectors, the elites and all that. And you could say that it is anti-revolutionary the way people live their lives now, because back in the day when you didn't have you couldn't just be like, oh well, everybody, all the elites are pedophiles, but at least I still got my Netflix subscription.
Right.
Like, back in the day, you're like, right, I'm gonna fucking round up the villagers and we're gonna overthrow the government. We're gonna do a Lenin. Not that I agree with Lenin or communism or whatever, but like, if they wanted to change stuff, they went and did bits. They actually went and did something about it.
Communism.
Now I feel like everyone's just like, oh fucking hell, I'm tired of it now. What can we do? Let's just let them do it. But the thing is, they're only gonna do more. They're only gonna do worse stuff now. So it's a worrying time.
Elites are the only thing they're afraid of is communism. So that's also a tactic we gotta practice. But did you see Ghislaine Maxwell's new photo of herself that came out a couple days ago?
No.
Oh my gosh, dude! It looks nothing like her, man. It is. I mean, they know we humans won't do nothing by releasing this shit, man. It is. They're playing with us at this point.
I've just seen it now. Yeah.
Look at that, dude. Someone said a stunt double. I think it literally reminds me of that guy who, I think it was like a CIA person who went to talk to Condoleezza Rice or George Bush or somebody, and they were wearing, as a woman, and she was wearing a mask, and it looked like a complete, like a different human, but it looked like that human. So that's why I wouldn't be surprised, like, people are able to wear it, like these masks, you're able to get it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised that they're living it up, somewhere. Her and Epstein, because they just found out his Fortnite account was open. Did you see that?
Yeah, that's funny.
And Fortnite tried to explain it away, like you can't someone used his account email to use their own. But when you use Fortnite, I never played it, but from the people that played it they said that the account history, like you'll see what their username was before. And he liked playing games. Like, he was a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. He was on 4chan, he was doing all this crap. Like, he was a gamer. He had terrible music taste too. Epstein.
Oh really? What was his favorite artist?
Dude, he had, okay, I don't have a problem with Tiesto. I think he's good, but man, he was a huge fan of Tiesto, like bigger than you'd ever think. And he had Christmas music in his regular workout playlists. Like,
he just thought what he was
what
doing.
Kind of
He's
psycho?
just completely normal.
What kind of psycho?
when you're that person, like, put yourself in his, not saying like empathizing, putting yourself in his shoes, but like actually put like, imagine you are Jeffrey Epstein, like you're getting away with all this stuff, and it just becomes normal. It becomes normalized. It's like, well, this is just what I do. This is just me, and that's again how a lot of the evil in the world gets propagated. Where it's just selfishness, isn't it? It's just, well, this is just what I do, and it's just me. Nobody else really exists, really, in my own head. But like you say about the Maxwell thing, is there's the worrying thing about the world is there's a loosening grasp on like epistemology, on like the actual, literally, like, what is the truth, the theory of knowledge, like the knowledge that we're consuming on a daily basis, how much of it is even factual, how much of it is truthful, and then you've got all the AI stuff and everything. So we're in very, very murky waters. And going back to McKenna, he's saying it's getting weird and weirder and weirder, and it only gets, every year the weirdness extrapolates. God, I wish he was still around, man. Like, he was fucking ahead of his time. He knew all this was gonna come out. He knew all this stuff with the Epstein files was gonna happen. The AI, the consequences of social media, and everything. It's like, fuck. I wish there was still people like him. About.
There are, but there are a lot of people get quieted easily. So, there's a bunch of people who can be like that. They just don't have a loud enough platform, and when they do, if they do get a platform, it goes away. So a lot of people get killed for things.
And now everybody has a platform. Every single cunt has a platform now.
It's harder to stop now. Like the Great Noticing, people aren't. It's happening. It's being noticed more.
Everybody's got some form of like online presence, even if it's just someone who's got an Instagram profile, and then, I don't know, they make some, like one of my mates will just make some random reel with them and the boyfriend, and then that goes viral, and then the next minute they're doing content creation, and I'm like, oh my god, like this almost too. Oh, there's this great video by an amazing YouTuber, one of the goats, I would say, Emperor Lemon.
Emp Lemon? EMP Lemon? Yeah, I know who that is.
He's awesome. He's like a YouTube goat by far. He's been making videos for like 15 years.
Yeah.
And he understands the internet very, very well. And on his second channel, which is a bit more like philosophical, called Downward Diary, he made this video I thought was awesome. It was called "I Miss When the Internet Had Less People," and he was talking about the glory days of the early internet, when it was. There was I agreed with him, as the way I used the internet. I was going on so many different forums and I couldn't wait to get on my PC and explore the internet, explore the world, go on so many different sites. And then when I go on the internet now for like leisure, I just go on the fucking same fucking sites, because everything's just homogenous and monopolized by either YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then even with shopping, it's just Amazon, and then it's made the World Wide Web seem fucking ridiculously small.
That can segue into the movie I just watched yesterday. I wanted to talk about this for sure.
I love a segue.
Yes, that basically is like where the movie is an exaggerated version of this world, and it's about a guy from the future who goes back in time to grab a few people from a diner. In a world where it is like school shootings are normalized, and they joke about this stuff too, but it's like in a way that it's like respectful, because we all know the dark truth of it. Like it was, but it had me and this guy and his wife. They were older, but like, man, I was dying laughing with them, dude. He was the first school shooting joke that they had in there. I was afraid to laugh because it was funny, but the guy next to me was like, ah! I was like, okay, well, I guess I can laugh now. And then everybody else started laughing. But man, it was
I mean, it's serious shit, but you got to laugh at the absurdity of life. It's like anything I love. Life is, as AJ would say in Sopranos, life is absurd. And it is.
Right. but they
I give you a motherfucking catch with the eyes.
you fucking
So what's the name of this film? Is it good? Like Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die?
Yes, yes. The guy who made A Cure for Wellness made it. I thought that movie was underrated. I thought like that movie was really good in my opinion.
I've not seen that.
Yeah, this guy also made the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. He's got like a weird filmography, but
yeah, I've just looked. Rango, Pirates of the Caribbean, Mouse Hunt. What the fuck?
yeah, but this movie, so he goes back in time, Sam Rockwell, and he has to gather a bunch of people, well, not a bunch, but a few people from this diner in Los Angeles to help get this AI regulated, or else the world was going to be shit. And they basically said AI matters. So, you know, yeah, it was just really, really interesting. And like the school shooting jokes, like it sounds like, wait, they joke about school shootings? What do you mean by that? When you watch it in the movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It when like they're not joking about, like they don't find school shootings funny. Like they're not saying like, oh, it's funny that people died. That's not what the joke is. Like I don't want to spoil nothing, so I'm not gonna say it, but you'll know what I'm talking about once you watch it. And dude,
But it's nuanced.
Yes.
Nuanced comedy, isn't it?
Yes, and it is breakneck from start to finish. It's just like Breaking Bad. Like Breaking Bad just doesn't get off the pedal throughout the whole show pretty much. That movie, there was like a section near the end where I was like, okay, this is what's going to happen now. I'm kind of worried, but it ended up working out well. So I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 on Letterboxd. So I want to see it again. I got to see it on discount day too, so that was pretty cool. Shout out Cinemark. But I recommend go seeing this in the theater, man, with people. Yeah, if it's playing by you, I don't know what the UK schedule releases though, but
Our UK cinemas are shit, man. Like
I've heard.
It's not in my local view. The chain of cinemas, I've just looked and it's not playing there.
No.
I like to go watch the new Silent Hill movie, which is supposedly
yeah. Don't watch that.
Movies.
Yeah,
but I have to because
you have
it needs to be
to.
done. But I have to because it's like adapting like my favorite game, and I'm so happy it is the worst thing ever because I'll just enjoy it more. Like I don't need to see a good adaptation of a game that's like the story's already there. I don't need a fucking adaptation. I'm glad it's terrible. Thank God it's terrible because that'll be. But to be fair, when it comes out on streaming, that'll be watched with the boys and a few beers because that sounds so bad. About movies, been to see two movies in cinema recently. Went to watch Marty Supreme, which I loved.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Classics. Yeah. It was just it's just a solid film. It's a solid 4 out of 5. Entertaining, breakneck speed. Timothée Chalamet's performance is great. It's funny. I love I just love a scumbag. Like I love a scummy character, a bit like an Uncut Gems. He's so endearing, but he's such a dickhead. But he's also quite endearing because you see him like grapple with like his selfish. It's shot well. It's intense. It's just solid, and can't recommend that enough. But the film lately that I really loved, like gave like a 4 out of 5, was I loved the 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. I thought it was
that was good.
Amazing.
Yeah,
it was fucking awesome, man.
Once I started hearing good reviews about it, I'm like, I gotta see this. I haven't seen it. Pickles, what are you doing? Ozzy, stop attacking him. Jeez.
Hey, Pickles, shut your shit out.
Shut your trap. Well, shut it.
It was fucking Pickles.
It was fucking Pickles.
So have you watched it? Did
No, I didn't.
Did you watch it in the end?
I
did
didn't.
you not watch The Bone Temple?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, you love it. I mean, I liked 28 Years Later. I genuinely thought it was just good. It was just that's all it was. It was just good. It's sort of like how I treated the first. It's made me like that film more now because I remember when I went to watch Dune when it came out, I was like, oh, this is a good film, but it's literally the first of a 3-parter. So
right.
All of the next 2 films are going to complement this. This is designed to be watched like as a triple billing, and The Bone Temple has now made me like the first film even more. But The Bone Temple as a film is much more entertaining, and I would actually say it's a deeper film, and it's better shot, better written. I loved it. In fact, I went to watch it twice. I watched it again the
Really?
other day. I went to watch it by myself because I was just dying to see it because I love I just love the 28 years. Well, the 28 X series. I love that whole universe, especially being from the UK. I love the fact that we have like it's like our poster boy for horror films is the 28 series. And then I went to go and watch it with my friends, and I actually liked it even more. I bumped it up half a star because watching it with my friends was even funny because that film is hilarious. Like,
Oh, it's
just
funny too.
Oh, it's funny. Oh, it's fucking funny because like there's a cult level aspect to it with the Jimmies.
Those group of people at the end of the 28
Yeah.
years later. Okay, I like that guy
And-
who plays. He was in Sinners too. I like that actor.
Jack O'Connell, who
Mm-hmm.
again he got his start on Skins. which
I
was,
saw that. Yeah, isn't he Irish? Or no?
He's not. He's definitely from England. Like,
Oh, okay.
He's from the Midlands. I think he's from like Derbyshire or something.
Yeah, it was,
But what was good about 28 Years Later and the Bone Temple and even the first film, 28 Days, is they're like the British law. The way. The way they depicted the Jimmy cult, which is clearly a reference to Jimmy Savile, who is a notorious,
Right.
a notorious paedophile.
Yeah.
And they go on about giving charity. They're giving charity in 28 years later, and the charity is basically them like, well, no, I won't spoil it, but Jimmy Savile's idea of charity was literally having like using money to have sex with children to feed his own like disturbed desires.
Right.
And, like, there's a parallel between that, like the real world stuff of Jimmy Savile and the film, but it's never ever said. It's never he's never mentioned. It's just a really interesting parallel, the way he's dressed, and they're all called Jimmy, and they dress in the tracksuits, and they've got the hair, and just the fact that like Jack O'Connell's character before the outbreak happened, he obviously watched the Jimmy Savile show on TV. It's like it was great. It's great writing because you can infer so much about the character without it being said. I was like, oh, what a great film. What a great film, a great screenplay. It didn't you treat you like a fucking idiot like most films seem to treat you.
That's good. Yeah, that's I'm definitely gonna watch it when
love
it comes out in the streaming. It'll probably be on some streaming service I have.
It's
for
out
sure.
as of today. As of today.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. So I was
Yes.
looking for it in theaters. It's not playing no more. As long as it was playing,
Yeah,
I was like, "Ugh, I want to see it, but then I'm like, I'm not like no one's really recommending it to me, so I'm like, I don't know. Even though it's getting good reviews.
They've been shafted. They shafted that film because January is one of the worst times.
Right.
to
That's why I was
make a
worried
major
about
film.
it. That's why I was worried about. I'm like, I can't trust that.
People are scared because like it's such a solid fucking movie, and like the cliffhanger is just insane. Like there needs to be a third one, and if it doesn't recoup its costs, then we might never see the conclusion of this story, which would be so sad. But I don't think I think we'll be okay. I think when it gets on streaming, I'll fucking buy it again. I'll crowdfund. 28 Years Later Part 3. There's no way I cannot find out about that. It's very special, very special film, and it's always cool to see. We get so many fucking American films. It's nice to see if a film set in the UK that's not just like some fucking underground like indie drama on the BBC. Like this is a proper fucking like actual film. So
Right.
really good. Definitely get on it.
Okay. I saw Iron Lung too. That was man, Markiplier fans are really loyal to think that movie was good. I mean, there's good aspects to it, but man, it was just repetitive, like, oh gosh, take a radiation picture of the blood ocean, and seeing, like, there's some cool concepts to it, of course. Like, I didn't know nothing about the game. I never really watched Markiplier either. I just went out to support it because I had just watched Talk to Me recently, and that was made by two YouTubers, Raka Raka, and Talk to Me was really good. So I wanted to go support it because I want to be able to, like, make a movie someday. So even though I didn't per se. I didn't like it. I appreciate it for what he was trying. You could tell that he's very passionate about this project. Like, if anyone was going to make a movie adaptation for it, was going to be him. But I don't think the Iron Lung, I don't know if you've ever played it. Like I said, I haven't played it, but it's not a game that should be made into a movie. Like, if you do, he should have expanded on the lore. He just didn't. And the game is only like 45 minutes, I've heard, to complete like the whole gameplay. So and the fact that it's 2.5 hours is like crazy, man. And nothing, even like when stuff starts happening, it was still boring, dude. I didn't walk out so quickly. I was thinking about leaving 30 minutes in, but I was like, no, I spent good money to see this. I'm going to support it. Maybe it'll get better. But man, it was just basically him the whole time. There's like a few other characters in the movie in the beginning, but really the only other actors are voice actors who talk to him in the ship, and you don't even understand what they're even saying to begin with. I think if he had like subtitles or something in it would have been a lot better. But like, man, and you don't know if he's hallucinating or not. You don't know, like he showed himself hallucinating. Like, there's the best scene in the movie was a hallucination. But like, I don't know if any other parts were. I couldn't really tell. Like, and people defending the movie, like, there are a lot of defenders saying like, oh, you just don't understand cinema. You don't understand what true movie making is like. He didn't pander to the brain rot. I'm like, yeah, but he didn't pander to people who enjoy movies either. He made it for a passion project, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. But it's not for the normal consumer. It's not. That movie was not. Maybe any of you guys would like it, but I truly thought it was a snooze fest. If it wasn't so repetitive, if they cut it down by like an hour, then maybe I think it would have been a lot better. But man, I'm just telling you, like, there were so many scenes in there that were completely pointless. Like him pressing buttons, him looking at the direction, fixing the ship. Like, that shit would go. He did that like 50 different times. It was so like that did not need to happen in there. But we got to see him shirtless. That was a positive. Everyone's saying like when Adam Driver, when he took his shirt off in the Star Wars movie, like that became a meme. Yeah. Like that was that kind of level memery. But yeah. So I can't say I recommend it.
It's one of them. You appreciate the authenticity,
the passion, the passion about it. Yeah, that's what I
can do that with loads of stuff. I can do that with loads of fucking shit, and I can be like, all right, everything is great here. I'm big into art, and I can appreciate technicalities and when something is good, but just if you don't vibe with it, it's just not for you. Like, if it's not made for you, you're not going to enjoy it. Like, so there's no it's not offensive to say that it was bad. Like, it's bad. No, it doesn't mean it's a bad film. Like, it's like again, I do all the like the Cape shit, the Marvel stuff. Like, they're all well-made films. I just don't get it. It's just not for me. It's not designed for me.
Right.
I wouldn't even call it like some of them. I would say they're actually like genuinely, from what I've heard, are actually like fucking actually terrible films. Like on an actual technical level, like writing, screenplay wise. But even the best ones, like, no, bro, you'll love Avengers, fucking Infinity War, and I just watch it and I just think, well, it's just not. This just doesn't work with my brain. So I was like, oh yeah, all the elements are there, like, for a good film, but I'm if I don't connect with it, I'll just be like, meh. Like, I will admit, I watched Sinners and I just didn't connect with it, but I appreciated that on a very, very, very deep level. Like, maybe like how you said, you watched it once and you were like, oh, it's all right.
Right. My opinion totally changed after a while once I started thinking about it, and it's more because with the way it deals with like the scene in the movie where they're in the whatever it's called, not the shed, but like the whole like barn, the barn thing, like where the Miles guy, the kid character who was the blues player, like when he was performing and it started like transitioning from like rap to other blues country, like modern pop, like that scene I thought was one of the best scenes. That was amazing. It was incredible. It was like a full-on trip. And Ryan Coogler, man, he, like, as much as I don't like Black Panther, you know, he has created some really good movies, and that one especially, I think that's his best for sure. And he knows what he was talking about, like Like, and everyone was upset about the vampires not being a big part, and that's just like, yeah, that's like like
metaphor, aren't they?
Yeah, they're not understanding like what the vampires truly mean, and like they're if you're going into Sinners expecting From Dusk Till Dawn, you'll be disappointed. That's basically what I'll have to say. Like, it's a movie unlike now. I don't think it should have gotten 16 nominations. I legit think that was purposely done by the Academy to be even more racist against black people. I think because they wanted to make because they know exactly what the racists are going to come, and they're going to be like, "Whoa,
we know what they're like."
Exactly. So I think they did that just to make it seem like, okay, now we don't have to nominate them anymore. You know, I think that's why they did that.
My favorite film that's being nominated at the Oscars is that One Battle After Another, the new Paul Thomas Anderson film. That was absolutely incredible, fucking really powerful, funny movie.
Yeah,
he's probably like Paul Thomas. He's probably like I'd say he's like my favorite director.
He's up there for sure.
Lynch. The only one I've never watched, and I don't think I'll ever watch, is Licorice Pizza, because I just don't like the look of it. But
yeah,
every
I've heard
film he's made, is other than that, it is like. I put Boogie Nights, Magnolia, Punch Drunk Love, There'll Be Blood,
Master,
Fred, the Master.
Master's my favorite. I didn't like Inherent Vice, but
it was okay. It was okay. Inherent Vice, my favorite, and Hard 8 is first one, but Boogie Nights, Magnolia, and There'll Be Blood.
There Will Be Blood might be the best, honestly. I still can't believe Quentin Tarantino said that about Paul Dano. He is a great actor, man. A lot of people are saying, like, he probably turned down one of his movie roles. That's probably what it was. He didn't want to be in one of it, because Paul Dano looks like he should be in a Quentin Tarantino film. You know, he has that look to him.
I think Tarantino just needs to shut up, because he's coming out with some really bad takes. And but I saw this great tweet or thread or whatever, and it spoke exactly what I was thinking. I was like, because obviously he did that thing. He said it about Paul Dano, and then people were flaming him, and then everyone was like downvoting all of his films on Letterboxd and actually making all these like takedowns, posts, and like, actually, well, all of Tarantino's films are actually all crap. And it's like, and the thread was and I'm glad it got like a lot of hype, was, I see we're doing that thing where this person that we all really loved says one thing that we don't agree with, and we're completely rewriting like someone who made some of the hardest shit ever. Like, the Tarantino films are amazing. He is one of the greatest directors of all time, but people don't know how to separate the art from the artist. Like, I'm like, meh, you shouldn't have said that. That was really cruel. I think that was a bit of a dickhead move. I'll still watch Pulp Fiction and be like, wow, this is fucking peak.
Yeah, no, I can't take away from his movie, like, his movie making prowess, but yeah, that definitely he needs to keep his mouth shut sometimes, because he has. He's
clearly got a big ego, and and not that it's deserved, and no one deserves to have a big ego, but the guy's done some fucking serious shit, and I know he's very opinionated. He always says, how many times has he said, we're living through the worst era of cinema ever, and it's like, well, actually, there's fucking I've seen loads of good films past few years. It's just, you don't know where to look. Films are just different nowadays. So,
yeah. I got a 99-cent donation from Smojin. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Your first super on a live stream. Hell yeah, let's go. Just spent my entire fucking paycheck on this shit. I appreciate it.
What are you gonna buy with 99 cents?
I am gonna get an Arnold Palmer. There's still 99 cents over here.
What's that?
You don't know what Arnold Palmer is? Oh man, they don't have them over there. It's like it's an iced tea. It's like a lemonade iced tea kind of thing. It's really good. And they kept it at 99 cents this whole time, because the people who make Arnold Palmer's, he was a golfer too. They just named the tea after him. They kept it because like they're able to sell it and still make money and live happily. Like, they're not going to change it unless something they can't afford to do it anymore. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I respect them.
this is like the main thing I've learned lately. This is a very new thing, an Arnold Palmer.
That's crazy. I thought that was just like, it's so common knowledge in here. Like everybody knows what an Arnold Palmer is. You ask anybody. That's crazy. That's why I just brought it up, and I thought I just expect everybody to know.
My main addiction,
you gotta try it.
Japan was, in Japan they have all the vending machines everywhere. They're crazy for vending machines. It was just fucking awesome, man. Like, cause we did so much walking. I did like insane amounts of hiking all the time, and the fact that you can get a drink every other 10 minutes just from a machine, and it's so cheap, and the teas, the chilled teas that they have, the chilled jasmine, oolong, green teas. Oh my god, I fucking love it, because I'm literally I'm English, I'm a tea addict, but not for I'd say most of my I drink water all day anyway, but most of my hydration comes from teas. Like,
Same.
it's just so ritualistic. And
I love tea
so much
too.
good shit. There's good shit in it. There's so much good shit in them. I find it crazy. Another thing, going back to the ADHD diagnosis, was the doctor told me, yo, if you do drink caffeine, don't be doing that anymore, because that can give you that's gonna seriously over dopamine you. But I don't really drink coffee anyway, so it's not really a big deal.
Yeah, you can. They over exaggerate that. You can do it. You just can't do, you can't drink a whole bunch of it. Like, one cup of coffee is not gonna kill you. But I don't want to kill you from saying that. But yeah, you just gotta get used to it after a while. You gotta make your heart tolerate to it. No, but it is dangerous to mix caffeine with that. Any kind of stimulant with a stimulant is not good. Just like mixing a downer with a downer. Like alcohol with, alcohol with anything. But yeah, benzo with opioids, no.
Yes. Yeah, the worst, the most horrible substance combo of all time for me has been dissociatives and alcohol. They are disgusting. Like, in my times I've been, back in the day, a few years ago, and like, I'd be drunk, and then you think you're fucking unstoppable, and then some of your mates like, oh, you want a fucking Kia Ket, lad? And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. And quickly you're just so dizzy and disoriented, and next minute you're on the floor, and you're like, you're about to be sick, but not quite there, and like, you curl up in a ball on the floor, and you get cold, and you're like, oh, I don't have the balls to stick my hand down my throat, I'm just gonna wait it out, or maybe I might just like suffer until it stops. And like, that is a horrible combo. But humans, we never learn, do we? We always just think we're invincible.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Weed and psychedelics is another one I would never mess with anymore.
No, yeah, weed
at all.
People who have bad shroom trips most likely be from smoking weed too. Like, I'm not saying that's what causes it, but a lot of people say, like, oh, I had a bad trip on shrooms, and it's like, yeah, I was doing it, I was having a great time, and then I decided to smoke some weed, and then I had a terrible time. So it's like, well, you can't be doing that. Like, some people can.
Yeah, for some people, some people it can relax them and ground them, but it's psychedelic roulette. It's either gonna be the best thing ever, like, oh wow, I didn't get shot, or wow, I just got shot in the fucking brain, and now it's all over. And it's not good. I don't smoke weed at all anymore. I don't think I'll ever touch it ever again. It just doesn't really appeal to me at all. People always get really surprised. Like, when I went to Japan, they're like, "Oh my god, what are you gonna do? Nobody smokes weed over there. What are you gonna do?" And I was like, "Well, I don't smoke weed anyway, so I'm really not."
You
really
don't
not
smoke
bothered.
weed? What?
Yeah. I guess it's just because they associate all psychonauts with cannabis, and obviously a lot are, but. Nah. Yeah, I used to, but it was just fucking. So much money was wasted on it, and it just ruled my life. I was like, I wake up in the morning, I'm like, okay, well, I'm literally just gonna make a joint now, because why not? And then when you realise that this thing dictates your life, that's just not really living, is it?
No. Yeah. Or people, when they go in the shower, they need to smoke weed before. That's crazy. Like, You are not addicted, are you? Yes, you are.
Yeah, and then like I remember back in the day with my mates where, oh, right, let's go into town for some food. We'll have a joint on the way there, and then when the joint runs out, we'll have a joint before we have the meal, and then obviously when we have the meal, we've got to have a joint after it. And it's just it's just dopamaxing, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fucking
Yeah.
crazy.
That's a good way to put it. Dopamaxing. Well, everything's maxing. Good maxing. Looks maxing.
Yeah.
Trip.
I saw
trip
that in
maxing.
True Maxing, yeah. Saw that in the new SpongeBob film. I've not seen it, but like SpongeBob, there's an image of it, and he's like, he looks like one of them looks Max.
That movie was so bad. Oh my god.
Is it bad? Was it bad? Yeah, bad.
No, it was bad. It was not good. Like even the kids I went to go see it with, you got to be careful nowadays. I was with my ex girlfriend at the time with the little babies that they had, not babies, but 8 years old and then a 3-year-old. Even she didn't like the movie, so yeah. So she knows.
That's so respectable because, oh my god, like what is this fucking? Why does everything have to be like CGI, like slop looking crap? Like
big guy.
Again, this is
Sponge.
That's crazy. That's just
Dude, do you see what she wore to the kids premiere? Like, I mean, it wasn't a premiere for kids, but still, like, it's a kids movie, man. Ice Spice she's a, oh man. I used to have a crush on her, but man, I would never want to be with her or anything like that. She is gross.
I just can't. I just hate the fact that it's like the Fortnitification of culture where everything has to like include something else, and so like the Simpsons and Simpsonification as well. Like, we've got to always have like different elements of pop culture and everything, or like, someone from pop culture's got to be in SpongeBob. They don't play a character like it's them, or like it's just like an IP slurry, this IP hot pot, and it's fucking ridiculous. Where like, why can't something just exist by itself? I'm just so sick of fucking pop culture everywhere. It's so boring. And going back to like the 3D animated stuff, like again, this is why I do always, I mean, a lot of anime is absolute fucking garbage, but at least it's still hand drawn and 2D. When I went to watch the Chainsaw Man movie, I was like, what the fuck? This is just amazing. This is just like, it's so beautiful because it's hand drawn, like the frames, like so much detail. It isn't just like someone on a fucking computer program. Like you can literally, I watch these 3D animated films and I can literally see like the behind the scenes process while watching the film, where they're clicking like the characters like little pivot point in their elbow to move it up. It's so artificial. I feel so sorry for kids. Right. But they have no idea. They're not growing up with cars.
And then they're gonna be normalized with people making AI slop and stuff. Like there's gonna be no, like there'll be a few like people. Like there's still a lot of movie directors like Guillermo del Toro. He's very against AI, and you could tell Gore Verbinski, who made Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. He's definitely with that movie. He is way against AI.
Did you watch Frankenstein?
I did. That movie was amazing. I loved that movie.
I watched that after I went to watch a few weeks ago, and I went to watch 28 Years Later. I got back and I was like, I'm still in the mood to watch a movie before I go to bed. I was like, check out that Frankenstein, because it came out while I was in Japan, and I was waiting to watch it on my TV. And wow, I was like, I'll just check out 10 minutes, and fuck me, it's so good.
Right, every actor and actress did good in that movie, and it looks like it was like you look at it and it looks like it could be boring in some spots, but it wasn't. It was paced really well. Like, I'm sure if I rewatch it, I may not pay attention to every single thing that in it, but like, I was intrigued the whole way through, and they get you from the opening too, man. That was a great opening they had, and I like Jacob Elordi. I think he's a good actor. He did really good.
This is another reason I disagree with Tarantino. It's like we're now having a new wave of prolific, great actors. Like Timothy Chalamet, and Jacob Elordi,
Very
and
handsome
Margaret
men.
Qualley. Yeah, handsome man.
Jacob
and beautiful
Elordi is
women.
6'6", and man, he is. If I was gay, I'd be sucking his cock, dude. He is a
And he's
handsome
really,
man. He is a
he's
handsome
really humble.
man.
He's humble. As
Yeah,
well.
he
Like,
is.
It seems like a really sick guy.
I also
and,
watched Euphoria. He played in Nate Jacobs, man. That character,
That's how I found out about him.
He is such that. Like, so you've seen the show?
Yeah, you have seen both seasons of that when it came out.
I thought they were really good. Everyone said the season 2 wasn't as good, but I thought it was. I mean, it wasn't as good as season 1, but I still thought it was pretty good. But yeah, he did that scene where he has a mental breakdown in season 1, dude. That was incredible, man. He's
my favorite character
for sure.
by
Every time he was in the scene, dude, my eyes were glued to the screen. Plus,
I thought he was
handsome
the deepest
helps.
character, and the writing was so indicative of like Gen Z stuff going on. Like he's the big alpha chad that can get every girl he wants, but actually he's got like this weird like Freudian obsession with the trans girl
Jules.
and obviously it's like, oh wait, yeah, trans is it a trans girl's really female or whatever, and like he's like wrestling with that idea in his head, like does it make me gay? And obviously it's to do with his dad as well. Is it him trying to one up his dad because of all the stuff that goes on? Not to spoil it, I was like, oh, that stuff was awesome. But it's one of them shows where I think I found every single person like really deplorable and annoying,
Right.
and would probably hate them in real life.
Same.
But I couldn't stop watching. All the girls were just the worst type of female.
I
ever.
loved Maddie though. After a while, like, dude,
I liked her.
that's
She
the
had-
kind of
she
girlfriend
didn't
I
give
want.
a fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she like was very strong. And then in the first season, I really like Kat too. I like where her character was going, but they butchered her in season 2. That's my biggest gripe. Like they had such a good build up with her. Like she was started off with this low confidence, insecure girl, and then
the chubbier girl.
yeah, and she was like insecure about everything, and then the sex tape got released. But then she got away with it. She ended up nobody, because she said it wasn't her, even though it was, and
then now she's not even in season 3.
Because she had a problem with the director. They had something going. Now that's the thing. The guy who made the show seems like a creep. I've never seen The Idol.
Yeah.
But I heard
my
that
God.
show was horrible. And
I watched the
You
Idol
watched it?
with my with my friend. Like we hate watched it, me and my friends, because I think The Weeknd is like the cringiest cunt ever. So the fact that he had a show, and we watched it, and it was so funny. It's hilariously hilarious. Probably the worst thing I've ever seen, like as a serialized TV show, but with the boys. Unbelievable. I could not wait. I was like, oh my god, fuck, we need to watch more stuff like this. This is so funny. But I went into Euphoria. I watched it with my ex many years ago when it came out, and we was going to hate watch it, and we were surprised how engaged we were with it, because I was like, oh, actually there's some elements here that I really enjoy. And I mean, the main series that the Euphoria is inspired by is Skins, which was our version of Euphoria.
Right.
It's just about I guess the teenage debauchery, really, isn't it?
Yeah, over exaggerated like teenage lust and drugs.
Yeah.
Like, people were doing drugs and having sex in high school, but it was never like that. It was
That's
extreme.
like fucking mad, yeah.
Yeah, and I was.
Although, I don't know.
Well,
don't know.
yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some people that probably did, but I'm saying like the most like average person, it wasn't like that. But
No.
what I was worried about was Zendaya playing Rue, the drug addict, because like I still imagine her as this beautiful woman that like I've never seen her really in a role like that before. So I was like, how is she gonna pull this off? But by the end of it, I believed it. I believed her. I thought she did a good job as a drug addict. It was really like I found myself not being able to watch some of her scenes, like in season 2 when she has that full on crash after like they found her drugs and they flushed them down the toilet. Like, dude, that was hard to watch. Man.
Yeah, I found that very relatable, to be honest. Having I've spoke before, like I had a heroin addicted ex, and I went through this moment where like I just took her drugs and flushed it down the toilet, and like the reaction was the exact same
Right.
as her. But you, as the person getting rid of it, you think you're doing them good because like you're getting rid of the thing that's killing them, but actually all they're gonna do is just like they're gonna waste even more of the money getting it again, because like that's not gonna solve their addiction. And I was like,
Right.
oh, this is very very realistic. It's really good. I'll watch the third one, but I'm
Same.
very sus. I'm a bit sus about it because I think it's been so long
Me
that
too.
I don't know if they can really capture it. Also, one of the actors is literally dead as well.
Yeah,
That guy.
I'm sad about him, Angus Cloud. He was one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he was a proper trap star. Like
That was
that
his first
dude.
role too. So Euphoria. He wasn't like the best actor or nothing. Like you could tell he was like new to it, but you know he had a lot of good like emotion. Like he was actually one of the most emotionally redeeming characters, and he was the one who was
Yes.
murdering and people, selling drugs.
Good example again of like up and coming stars, Zendaya, however you pronounce it. She is a great example of like a great actress that's in the vein of the all the best in the past. I think the torch is being bared to loads of good people who are in their
Yeah.
late 20s. 30s. It's really interesting because they're like similar age to us. I'm pretty much same age as like
Yeah.
most of these, Margaret Qualley and Zendaya and
Margaret
stuff,
Quallians. Did you hear she's supposed to play the girl from Possession? If anybody's gonna
Oh
play
my God.
her, I think she might be the best bet, but I still don't think they need to remake a movie like that. I don't know, like you should not, you
don't
can't
touch it.
replicate. Right, that's one movie you cannot replicate. That's its own thing. Like there's no way. Like
That's like remaking the Bible.
right, right.
just don't go there.
Yeah.
But it could either fall flat on its face and be the next big thing that every YouTube movie review channel rips apart and gets loads of views for, or it could be, wow, actually this is a great modern retelling of it, and she's clearly very good in The Substance. In a
Yeah,
body
she's
horror
talented.
film.
That's why I said, like, if anybody can do it, it could be her. So, like, I wouldn't really want anybody else to do it because she looks like the character too. Like she
does,
and she could play like crazy like that. Like she can move her body because that's not just like acting. With the original. I forgot the actress's name, but she contorting her body and stuff like that was a big aspect of the film. So I could see her doing it really well. Yeah,
that's one of my favorite films. Possession.
Not mine.
The first film.
I liked it, but I don't ever want to watch it again. I can't find the energy to put it back on.
It's like I have that relationship with that film that YMS described his relationship with Requiem for a Dream, where it's it's entertainment for me, where it's like so fucked up that I just can't get enough of it. I love showing it to people as well. I love traumatizing them. I love the strange creature level element to it. But speaking of Margaret Qualley, the first time I ever saw her in a film was not Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It was the American remake of Death Note, the Death Note anime, which is on Netflix. And she played Misa Amane in it, which was really crazy to be like, oh wow, that girl from the really shitty fucking Netflix Death Note is now like the main actress in the world. Fair play to her, because you can start off in a lot of shit films and you know what, work your way up. And
Right.
I respect people like that, and also I think she's like my celebrity crush as well.
Oh, dude, if you want to see her in action, go check her out with Aubrey Plaza. She was just in a lesbian comedy film with Ethan and Joel Cohen. And there's some
Oh.
graphic sexual content in that film. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That'll go straight on the watch list.
It's called Oh Honey, I think, something like that.
Right.
Yeah, Chris Evans is in it too, which is weird because he's like iffy. Like he could either be in a really bad movie or in a really surprisingly good film. So yeah.
Oh, honey, don't.
Honey Don't, yeah, that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, her and
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza, they be doing it in there.
Aubrey Plaza, yeah, she was in. Oh, she was in. She's in a few things. She's mainly been in TV shows, I think. Like, what's that fucking show everyone goes on about? White Lotus as well. Yeah, never seen that. There's too much shit to watch. I'm just fucking rewatching The Sopranos for the 900th time because it's just my comfort program.
Right, you can always put that on. Did you finish it?
I'm just on. I'm on season 6. He's just got out of the hospital, Mr. Tony, and I always pick up on so many different things, and
Right.
it's just like immediately entertaining. I've been so spoiled by peak golden age era TV because I'll always say my favorite TV shows top 5: Sopranos, Twin Peaks, True Detective season 1. Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, which I consider them like together, and then Mad Men. They're my 5. Everything else has been ruined by those. Every time I sit down and watch something else, I'm just thinking, fucking hell. I wish I was watching Don Draper smoking cigarettes in Mad Men, or watching Jesse cook some meth, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, may as well. I'd rather just like. I've always been a bit obsessed with I always need to watch something new, novelty. Obsessed with novelty. Now I'm like, you know what? Just if you just want to entertain yourself, just stick on. I'm sort of going the normie approach of like, you know, them girls who just fucking watch like Grey's Anatomy and they've watched like 9 million times, and
Yeah.
they can just put it on and chill out. And I'm like, you know what? After I finish Sopranos, I might just watch fucking Mad Men again because like it's so good. I know I'll appreciate it. Just as much and pick up on more stuff. It's just a shame that like I just can't get into any of these other ones because everyone's going on about like there's that new show at the minute, the Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the new Game of Thrones spin-off, and I'm just like,
I didn't even hear about that.
Everyone's saying it like, oh my god, Game of Thrones, it's so bad, guys, and I'm like, but is it really?
Right.
Is it really? You said that last time in fucking House of the Dragon, and I was watching that for a bit, and I just thought, oh god. Am I just sometimes I think people just watch stuff to be part of like the conversation.
Oh, for sure. That's all it is. Like they'll over exaggerate what's something like. Now I can't really speak too much because I've only watched the first episode. But Welcome to Derry, I thought the first episode was horrible. The CGI was terrible. The kids' acting was some of the worst acting I've ever seen in anything. Like, man, it was just awful. But everyone was raving about it. I'm sure it gets better. But that first episode was hard to get through. But everybody loved the first episode, so I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't like any more of it. I just don't like overly CGI monsters. I just cool effects, which they might have, but they overlaid it with digital for sure.
Have you ever watched that Midnight Mass show?
No, I haven't.
Everybody tells me, whoever I complain to about being spoiled for peak TV, they said, "Oh, that's something you really, really want to watch," and there are many people that I trust on YouTube for their based opinions, or the ones that like resonate with mine, often say that's really worth watching. So that might be on my radar. It's just they say the less you know about it, the better. It's a Netflix show, which always makes me a bit sus. But
Yeah.
apparently, very, 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 very good. It's like a horror show.
Oh, okay.
So, only 7 episodes as well. Thank God, it's not like
There we go.
1,000 episodes.
The only show that it can have 30,000 episodes in one season is Sopranos, and I will watch every single hour of it.
Yeah, there's just some things like that. There's anime One Piece. It's got fucking like 1,000 plus episodes, and like
Jeez.
I don't, and it's good. I remember I've watched like. I've watched 100 and something of it, and I didn't drop it because it was bad. I actually enjoyed it a lot. I just thought this is consuming a lot of like my time. Like this is almost like dominating my my watching my leisure time, and I did want a bit of variation, but it's
Yeah.
just fucking like 1,000 plus episodes. What the fuck? And it's nowhere. It's nowhere near finished. It's got like another 5 years
Oh
left.
gosh.
It's fuck. I just don't understand, man. Like, especially because it's animated as well. Like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus, them Japanese people. No wonder the. I tell you another thing about Japan. You get on the subway. Everybody falls asleep all the time because they're so overworked.
Yeah,
like
what's that
18
called?
hour
They
day.
got like a specific disease called
The Japanese salary man disease or whatever. Yeah, and like there were people falling asleep on me like so much, and they just like walk in and they sit next to you and then they just falling asleep on you. And I'm surprised. I'm surprised they even make their way home because it's. Just thinking, what the fuck? So easy to stay on the subway for ages. Oh man, feel sorry for him, to be honest.
Yeah.
Bless him. And they don't, and also they don't have any drugs in Japan either. They're very anti-substance, aren't they? Very anti-weed more than anything, actually. Very anti-weed.
I can't say I've ever
because-
seen a Japanese man smoke a joint. That's for sure. I've
No,
never seen
I
that.
smelt it, but never saw anyone smoking it. Did you know that meth was invented or synthesized in Japan?
No, I didn't. I thought the Nazis made it.
Well, this is what's interesting. It was a Japanese chemist synthesized meth, and I guess it reached Europe, and the Nazis really enjoyed it. And then there was a meth crisis in Japan after World War Two, and
Oh, of course.
it's very they engineered it, I imagine, as like a how can we make ourselves work even faster?
Faster.
Sounds very Japanese, but yeah, no, actually, yeah, made in Japan, and like loads of random places. Like DMT was synthesized in Hungary, of all places, which is mad.
That's crazy. I thought it was synthesized in our brain. No, I'm kidding.
Isn't it weird though how they synthesize them? These professional scientists, and then eventually they leak out into the wider world because they're always made for some always made for some purpose, and then they go into the black market. It always makes me a bit sus. Like, I don't know, it's strange. But obviously we know. But the DMT realistically was actually found by the natives through ayahuasca and
Yeah.
the various plants, mimosa, teniflora, psychotria, viridis, etc. And how the hell they discovered that? Like, going back to how they put all them plants together to incur that.
Right.
Mad cunts.
Right. All right.
They're crazy.
I think maybe we should stop it there for the night. How does that
Yeah, it's been a
sound?
good one. It's
Yeah.
like fucking it's 1 a.m. over here.
1 a.m. It's still only 8 o'clock over here, but
Let's do a quick fire question. 10-minute questions. So if you got any questions in the chat, throw them at us.
Ask away.
And we'll answer them as fast as possible, and we'll make sure it's not 9 months between the next one. We will.
Oh, I
we'll be on the
actually
ball.
I told Vivec about this, guys, but I'm doing. I don't know if it's going to be a podcast or a special video, but I'm going to be interviewing a short film director making a movie called Liminal. It's a science fiction film. Short film. I think it's gonna be 15 minutes long, so be on the lookout for that. That's gonna be this Sunday. I'm doing that. So yeah, just letting you guys know.
Yeah, looking it up now. It sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I saw you was on you was on that podcast on Instagram for the
Podbean?
Yeah, how did that go?
Yeah, that was. I recorded that all the way back in December. I was like wondering. I thought they just decided to not use it, and then I was like, I emailed them, and they're like, "Oh no, it's coming out in February." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, it was only like a 5-minute thing, not even. Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes. They just asked me questions. It was cool.
Yeah, I want to do more going into 2026. More interviews. reaching out a bit more, just taking a bit further. Actually, what I'm going to do personally, just like want to get a bit more involved, up front, person to person, in the psychonautic community. I'm going to go to the Psychedelic Society events in the UK, and they do them all across the country. And they do like open mic nights, and like where you just get on and you can almost just like do an open mic trip report and stuff. And that would be an awesome way, because I mean, I've met many people for just in real life that know Vivec. Oh, here we go, fucking hell. So in Japan, I met I met about 5 people who were Vivec followers, which
Really?
was crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really trippy. One of them I met up with that I knew there, who I'd connected through Instagram.
Yeah.
So that was already lined up. That was really cool to meet her. But the other 4, so I went to a drum and bass night on New Year's Eve, and I was just talking to people. Lots of really cool people there.
Yeah.
And just got into like what we were doing, as you do. And then they asked me for Instagram, gave me Vivec, and told them about Vivec. And oh, that's really interesting. They must have gone and told one of their friends, and then the friend, right, I was in the smoking area. He ran up to me and he was like, dude, no way, it's you. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? And he got his phone out and he'd followed me. He'd been following me on Instagram for ages. Like, what the fuck? he was like, nah, mate. He was like, my friend just told me there's a YouTuber,
That's crazy.
Psychedelics in the building. He was like, oh, I follow this guy called Vivec. He was like, oh, bro, he's in the fucking smoking shelter. I was like, that's crazy. It's crazy to me. And then the even trippier one was, I was in Shinjuku in Golden Guy, which is
Shinjuku. Sorry.
Shinjuku, Debotari Center, where all the depraved stuff goes down. So there's like 200 like mini bars. It's great for meeting like tourists and that. I was just about to go home and I saw this guy, and he had a really cool jacket on. I just wanted to. I was like, that's a sick jacket, bro. Like, just must say, he got serious drip game. And then he was just really sound. He's this English guy, and he said, oh, do you want to come for a drink with me? And I was like, oh, go on, then I'll have one more. And I was like, where are you at? And he was at the really, really fancy bar that's hard to get in. And I was like, oh, there's no way I'll get in there. It's always packed. He said, oh, there's one seat next to me and my girlfriend. You can have it. He's like, we'll go for a drink. I said, you know what? You pulled my leg. Fuck it. Why not? Go there. Talking again, as you do. What fucking happens? I tell him about Vivec. He didn't realise it at first, but he typed in Vivec on his phone on YouTube, and he was subscribed to me, and he's just mouth,
that's crazy.
Mouth drop. Isn't it crazy? I was just about to go home. I could have like easily not known this guy at all. And then the guy to the left of me was like in and out of the conversation. He looked my channel up and he'd watched my most popular video. It wasn't subscribed, but he had the red bar at the bottom to show that he'd watched it. Like, what the fuck?
That's crazy. So just think how many people you come across that you don't know who've seen your like videos, like just like because I went to Cedar Point. It's an amusement park in Ohio, like one of the most popular amusement parks in the world, and I was wearing my Tales from the Trip t-shirt. People were looking at it. I always get compliments on it, which is pretty sweet, but
that's awesome.
I can't imagine like if somebody looked at that and they probably just thought maybe I was like a viewer or somebody, or like if somebody actually watched, like, and yeah, like I'll get comments on my channel, like when people realize I'm from Ohio, they'll be commenting cities I'm close to. Yeah, it's really, really interesting. Like I probably came across some of these people, and of course my people who I'm friends with on Facebook and stuff, like they know what's going on. Some of my coworkers mostly know, but yeah, that's cool.
We got more chance to bump into people, especially in the UK, because it's so small and the places I go to, and yeah, it's very condensed. And the places I go to, like raves.
Well, of course you're gonna meet somebody there. Yeah,
it's
it would
synonymous.
make sense.
Yeah, at the New Year's Eve event in Japan, which obviously was really crazy that it was in Japan, I was like, someone has probably watched a Vivec video at one point, just being who they are. So yeah, that's always a pleasure to meet people IRL, and they're always sound. Never had any weird interactions. It's awesome. Always really cool to meet people
Yeah.
IRL, because like I guess you just forget you do forget how much of a reach you have, especially when you're just like doing it in your room as you do now.
Right, you're
where
by
it's like
yourself. You don't know. You only have like it's a wake up call when people like a good wake up call. But yeah, that's crazy. Like we have hundreds, thousands of subscribers, and like you don't really like put that into perspective. Like imagine if all your subscribers were just in front of you at one point, and you just saw everybody. Like dang, or at least the loyal ones. You know, there's still thousands of them. You know, thousands of people that watch. You know, it's not hundreds of thousands. Like I'm sure there's probably people subscribe to us that maybe watch one video and never watch it again. But yeah,
because that's how I get that, because I subscribe to people, and I'm maybe just subscribed to one type of like content they make. They might make a lot of type of videos. Like I mean, I love Red Letter Media, and one of my favorite channels, but I don't watch all of their series. Like I mainly watch Half in the Bag and their review series. I don't watch all of their other types of content.
Yeah.
And that's how really most people treat YouTubers, and that's what I always notice on Vivec. Is just always the crazy Salvia stories. Salvia, Dechira, and like the DMT ones where they meet fucking God. Like that's the ones that people have pressed subscribe
Yeah.
for. And also shout out to my Discord user who engineered the new Vivec profile picture, which I'm very happy with.
Yeah.
It's really awesome. She just said one day in the Discord, she's like, "Oh, I want to draw something," and I just said, "Do you fancy doing like your own rendition of the Vivec profile picture?" Because the Vivec profile picture's was fucking decades old, and I thought, I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind it like being a bit more associated with psychedelic. So
yeah,
it's perfect now. I got loads of funny comments on it though on the post, like, Are you trying to say you're a Satanist? Like people have been messing around, going like you, I knew you were a Satanist. You go to that festival and there's the upside down fucking stag. I knew you were a baby eater and all this, and I was like, oh, there's always gonna be these people.
People are crazy. I can't take them seriously.
And then one last thing I must say, which was the trippiest thing that's happened to me in a long time. So that guy did that Tom Rosenthal did that video, that impression of me.
Oh, that one, podcast. That was crazy. I was like,
that
was a perfect impression too.
Yeah, my grandmother opened the mouth and there was a chorus of 1,000 demons, and then I turned into a garden tap. I know it's, but for anyone who's lives in the UK, Russell Howard is a fucking huge comedian, and he has been for years and years and years. Like going on 20 years. This guy's big. Like so when I woke up that morning, and like all my friends who follow the Russell Howard podcast and who watched him on TV, you've been mentioned on it, and it was so trippy that it just sort of like it sort of like broke my reality in a sense. Where I was like, whoa.
And it wasn't even just mentioning, dude, a full-on impersonation. That's like the highest form of respect you can get. 'Cause that's how you know he like watches religiously too. Like that's just me doing a Tony Soprano impersonation. Like, you know, I've been watching that show for a long time. Like he knows. Like he and he probably likes it too because you're from the UK as well. So it's like it connects a lot better.
And he knew I was from up north as well, because obviously I do the Vivec voice, which is a lot nicer on the ears. But when I actually talk normally, I'm from like, I've got a very Lancastrian accent, which means that he clearly listens to the commentary sections. He's watched the like my on camera videos, and he's deep into the Vivec lore. I was like, this is so fascinating. So then I connected with him, and I've been speaking to him, and he's probably like my biggest celebrity.
That's cool.
Connection, because he's in this TV show, very famous British comedy called Friday Night Dinner, and he's one of the main characters in it, and I'm like, what the literal fuck? And that's when I think that's been a big, it's cool that it happened at the beginning of the year, because I was like, whoa, this is a big inflection point for the channel, where it's saying that fucking hell, there are people there are big people out there watching YouTube, and they're stumbling upon our stuff.
Did you put it on like a YouTube short? Your mention in it? I forgot.
I didn't put it on my
You
channel.
should definitely do that, because that can get some viewers for sure. I would, if that were me, I would have done that.
Well, that day though that he mentioned me on the because it was on a YouTube video, it was on a full podcast, because I watched the full podcast. That short was just a little segment of the bit where he talks about it, because that Russell Howard's whole podcast is 5 brilliant things, and he gets on celebrities that talk about their like 5 really underground things that they enjoy. So obviously that one of them was my channel, and then I listened to the whole segment on it, and yeah, it's really really cool. And then that day I had a lot of new subscribers, a lot, like when you look at when you look at your analytics, like it shot up. I got
That's
like a few
awesome.
thousand in a day. So I thanked him. I messaged him. I said, "Yo, thank you so much. That really, really meant a lot to me." And also, it definitely meant a lot to like my friends and my family as well. Who were like, "Whoa, fucking hell!" It's fine. It's finally legit, because you know you do YouTube and people are like, "Yeah, what the fuck's YouTube? It's all this internet, this internet bullshit." And then when someone mentioned it, it's like, oh, it's suddenly
Now
valid,
we're talking.
but,
Yeah.
so it was really interesting that. Fucking mad 8 months.
Yeah, that's really awesome. We got a question. TFTT, ever been to Helltown? Going back to Ohio towns. No, I haven't, but I do want to go there. So yeah, it sounds cool.
What's Helltown?
Yeah, it's literally like it's a village or a town in Ohio, and yeah, it's like it has a lot of lore to it. It's like I was telling you the other day, like the Silent Hill area in Pennsylvania. It's kind of like that. I forgot the name of the city exactly in PA, but I mean, it's not like that. It's not like there was no big fire and you can't live there, but it's just like, yeah. So
definitely a big thing for me this year or next year that I'm saving up for in the back of my mind is definitely got to get myself over to the US, despite all of the turmoil. But it's just got to be done. That is a country that it needs me to come over, and then we can do an on camera, like in person.
We can still try. We can still try to make it to VidCon this year. I have a There's a chance I can make it there. I'm not for certain. I'm not going to promise you nothing, but I know we discussed it before. But if we do split the cost, I think it could be very. I know California is a little expensive. I could handle, my own food and expenses, but like for the hotel room, shit, if we just split it, I know your plane ticket's going to be a little expensive, but so is mine. I mean, I'm still traveling 2,000 miles myself. So yeah, if that was the case. Into
the logistics, but it's 100% coming. The Vivec US tour is coming, and like I say, 49% of my audience is from the US. So many amazing people who I've connected through my Discord and Instagram, and like, oh bro, you can crash here, and they're like from so many different states.
Right, I get that too. It's like from other countries, like people in Switzerland. I'm like, holy shit, I would love that.
It's awesome. It's awesome, the connection. That's one of the things that a lot of YouTubers don't talk about, but it's like, the amazing connections and opportunities
you get a whole bunch.
Can get for all this stuff. Like I say, I was very blessed to meet this girl that in Japan, and it was cool to knock about with someone who knew the channel. It's funny though, because for me, it's just me meeting up with someone, but for them, it's not just meeting up with someone. They're meeting up with like this person who's got some form of status or whatever. I hate that word, but like it's someone that they look up to. It's like if I went and met YMS for a drink, it wouldn't just be like going to meet, like
I would be fangirling the fuck out of him. Dude, when he hearted my comment, I'm like, because that was on an old video too. That was on his Prisoners review from 2013. That wasn't like a new video. Yeah, because I had left that comment about it, and he also one time he responded because when I saw 10, that because having a verified check mark next to your name helps. Of course, they're going to see it more. So I used that a little bit to my advantage for things. But some people still don't respond. But he's nice enough to respond. And I commented, "When's the Saw 10 video coming out on his live stream?" And then he's like, "That should be coming out pretty soon, the Saw 10." So he noticed me twice before.
It's funny because, like you say, it's the way I treat YouTube. I do still comment on people's videos that I really love, and sometimes I do forget, like, oh shit, like I do actually have a tick next to my name. Like, I'm not just like I've always used YouTube, so I've always commented. I still treat myself as like a regular commenter, but now I'm like, holy shit.
Sometimes I do watch what I say, though, for sure. Now I don't just comment anything I want. Like, have you ever watched a video that you commented like 6-7 years ago and you're like, what the fuck, why did I even say that, and you delete it? Like, like for me, I've written some inappropriate stuff in the past. I'm like, I need to delete this before someone sees this.
Here's a funny bit of trivia. On the Planet Caravan video by Black Sabbath, there's one on YouTube uploaded by this guy FG. It's just like someone just uploaded the song with some visuals. It's hilarious. I always go back to it. I commented on it 8 years ago, and it's just tripping balls, man, with multiple N's, and I wrote that in the midst of a 4-gram mushroom trip. And it's still like one of the top comments. Like 42 likes. It's so mad, and it's like the main viewed videos. Like, what the fuck? Like, there's a little. If you look around YouTube, it's funny because people like there's little traces of me everywhere, I guess. One of my favorite YouTuber of all time, Noah Caldwell-Gervais, who I absolutely love. He makes the best gaming analysis videos ever that aren't like dopaminergic fucking like hyper edited. They're like fucking Shakespearean academic level essays. This guy is amazing and I love him. I've followed him for 10+ years. And on one of his latest videos is Alan Wake retrospective. I got the top comment and it was like, "Oh, seeing this notification single-handedly saved me from the dark place." It's this place in Alan Wake that he goes to that he's stuck writing from, and in the comments, loads of people are like, "Oh, a lot of the themes in the Remedy games can be insanely psychedelic. It's cool to see you here." And I was like, "What the fuck?" It's mad.
That's great.
I'll never get used to being big in a niche because we're very humble about it. I hate to say I'm humble because everyone would say, "Oh, fucking people say they're humble that aren't humble," but I do genuinely don't think of myself like as any like. This is why I love people saying, like before, like Jacob Aordi and Tim and all these people that they just love what they do.
They have passion about it. Yeah, but like when I got that, like when I told you when I showed that Eternalized was subscribed to me, that was crazy because dude, I watch his because he deals with philosophy a lot and stuff, and it's like, dude, he is a smart guy and he watches my videos, so he's definitely either he experimented with drugs in the past, like some sort of psychedelics, or he could be interested, which some people genuinely like have been sober and they watch my videos, which is crazy to me. Like I can't, like I always just imagine someone, or at least maybe looking to experiment, but usually it's someone who's done substances in the past. But so
he's a very deep thinker.
Yeah, so he definitely did some psychedelic experiences that had him think in the past. That's probably why he even made these videos to begin with.
I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty jealous. I was oh fuck. He's managed to bag Eternalized.
Dude, he's got like 1.1 million subscribers too. That's insane. Like that's crazy.
Well deserved as well because it's so well made.
Content. And he's not like really done. It's just like he just talks and gives his thoughts and about like what what life is and whatever topic he's talking about. Like he just discusses it. And when you have a YouTuber like that who could just talk about something interesting like that and have that big of a following, that means they're doing something right, because they don't have to do nothing special. Like you still got to edit and do the audio and everything, but like you don't have to like make you don't have to have the words on the screen appear like every sentence you're saying. I hate that so much. Like I'll never do that.
I don't
unless it's like a YouTube short, but.
Yeah, I don't. I've said this quite a few times. I like Eternalize because a lot of it is just image based and quotations and and another reason I really like Noah Caldwell Gervais so much, and I respect people who do like really intense editing because it's creative, but I'm not one for over editing really. Because I don't really I don't never liked it. I always like minimal editing. I always think the actual content of what's being said and the depth of the video means more than the editing, because sometimes people over edit to make up for the fact that actually the video is a load of shit.
Yeah, some of them that's the problem with people. They think they could just
$10.
Oh wow. Good thing we stayed on. $10 came across 150 microgram papers for the first time, and we agreed we had a super introspective and funny trip playing ping pong. Should we make a trip? Yes, you guys should make a trip report, good or bad. If it's a good trip report, submit it to Vivec. If it's a horror trip report, which I don't think it probably was because it seems like you had a good time, submit it to my Reddit community. But thank you, bad account. You're a good account. You gotta change that username to best account ever.
He's Marty Supreme Core.
Yeah.
One last thing I'll say about celebrities. Another really cool celebrity I met in Japan was I met a lot of drum and bass DJs who are again really down to earth. I've yet to meet a dickhead celebrity. Probably the most famous person I've knocked about with for quite an extended period was at Comic Con, the Japanese Comic Con, which was insane. There was a lot of big people names there. Michaela Murphy, who plays Toph on Avatar, was there, and I spent quite a lot of time with her, just chilling with her at her booth. And funnily enough, Psychonaut, of course. So when I mentioned what I did, that just opened up a whole can of worms, and then we was talking for ages and ages and ages, and I thought like, wow, this is so, because I was so nervous. I was like, oh my god, that's the voice actress for fucking Toph Beifong in Avatar. Like this is serious shit. This is serious shit. And I actually just went up to her and I said, I'm going to ask you a question that I bet you've been asked all day, but I was like, what's your best advice for getting into voice acting, which is a big dream of mine. And she gave me the best piece of advice, and to be honest, it was exactly what I knew she'd tell me. She was like, you know what, in this day and age, in acting and whatever, it's harder than ever now to really do like what she did, just work from the ground up and eventually get hired. She said the best thing you can do is do what you're doing now, to me, is make your own thing and put it out there and collaborate with people and do like what the Smiling Friends people have done, Zach Hadel and Michael Cusack and Oni NG. Do it online and feed your creativity through there, and maybe one day you'll get hired for like a big thing, but if not, it doesn't matter because you're already self-sustaining. So I was like, big ups Michaela. I fancy her as well.
Getting into voice acting is difficult, but yeah, that's some good advice. You just you got to keep doing it. Hopefully one day you get noticed, but like she said, you got to grow some connections too. Like you got to, like me and you got to keep collaborating and stuff. Someone that's known, of course, he was just in my video. Great job by him. And we
love him.
And I also have another YouTuber friend. His name's Snook. We're gonna do a video soon. He has like 500,000 something subscribers, but he gained it really, really fast. Like he was one of those YouTubers that started out and like within a year or so, like he got to where he is. So
he emailed me a while ago.
Oh,
actually.
he did. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. About what,
That's
like his
interesting.
business thing or whatever it was.
He emailed me something. I can't remember what it was, but we was talking about it because he wanted to do a video. Yeah, it was a fellow YouTuber question. He's like, oh hey, I'm Snook. Not sure if you see me around. And I was talking to him, and then funnily enough, that night, this was last year. A few weeks later, in June, I went to the pub and I met one of my mate's friends, this girl, and she was talking and she was telling me about what she's into on YouTube. And she's like, "Oh, I really like this guy called Snook." And I was like, hold on for 5 seconds while I pull my emails up. And oh, whoa, this is really trippy. And I was like, you think this is trippy? That's fucking trippy for me, man. Holy fuck. But yeah, we got some good connections. I'd like to collab with a lot more people to do
Right.
like trip report readings. Not just within our niche. I'd like to reach out to people who have really good voices because yeah, that'd be
Right,
awesome. Like
right.
Opium, I collabed with her a long time ago, and I really want to get her on the channel because we're missing. I must say we're missing a female voice
Yes,
within the trip reporting niche.
Yes, I've been trying to like get a female to come on, and because they literally YouTubers, people watch YouTube. It's a very small percentage are women, but drug YouTubers like whoa, like even smaller than that. So
Yeah, actual YouTube creators. I mean, I've interviewed spiritual female YouTubers. I'm actually interviewing Juliana Gracis at some point, who makes she talks about psychedelics, but she's mainly about spirituality.
Oh, okay.
But not really where it's like hardcore stuff like what we're on about. But I'm sure there's many. I have many cool female followers on Instagram.
Meta Angel.
Meta Angel, rest in peace to her channel. What is
Oh,
so sad.
Yeah.
I know.
I try to
Yeah,
help her as
take
best I could, but yeah, I don't know what the real answer is to
she
solving
can reappeal later this year, and it's just bullshit that they took it down over the most like ridiculous thing, a fucking Renaissance painting of some
Right.
but some bird's nipple. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, it's sad. I still have
Yeah,
that
it's
video.
really-
Wait, let me get it up. I have it in my favorites. I'm gonna play it for you. This is one of my favorite videos of all time. So much. Let's see, where is it at? Give me 1 second. Oh, here it is.
Time.
What did you do? Why are we here?
Why are we here? That's the ultimate question.
Did you hear that?
That's us at the Alex Gray thing, isn't it?
Oh man, dude, I die laugh every time I play it. Why are we here? That is the ultimate question. I love that response, and she was laughing too. That's so funny.
It was the first time I met her as well. But perfect place to go to the Alex Gray thing. That'd be another good thing to come over to America to, and maybe go to like one of the Alex Gray shows. And
Yeah.
just do some mad psychotic shit.
Yeah, if you ever come to Ohio, I got you. I got a spare bedroom. I got a couch you can sleep on. So, but there's really nothing you can do until the summertime here.
No.
But yeah, because Cleveland's not very interesting to the average person. New York City, yeah, like that's like the ultimate place you want to go to. That's the best city I've ever been to in my life. It's just always going on. But
Yeah, I do need to get myself there. I do like the metropolitan madness.
yeah, and I'm not even a big
Tokyo
fan
brand.
of metropolitan areas. Like I don't usually like big cities, but for New York is just on a whole nother level, man. It is huge. I don't know how big it is compared to Tokyo. I think they're very similar in size. But
Tokyo's something else. When you went up this mountain called Mount Takao, and you could see the whole Tokyo metropolitan area, and seeing Mount Fuji was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. But I think seeing Tokyo from that high up, and just seeing that like the entire population and more of the UK lives in this entire area.
Yeah.
That was fucking really, really surreal. What a crazy, crazy place. Can't wait to go back.
yeah, Oh, they actually say
Nihon.
Tokyo is bigger, significantly larger. It actually has 10 million more people too. Okay, so you might not be shocked when you see New York City. So,
It's a different breed, though, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, and I'm so
breed.
used to Cleveland too. Cleveland is like it's like 1/1000th of the size of New York City. So like when I saw it for the first time, I was just like, holy shit! All the skyscrapers and that, like when I was first driving up there. And it was funny because I saw Bloomfield Avenue on the way there in fucking East Waterford, New Jersey. You know, fucking, and then I walked in this area in Manhattan and it said the Esplanade on the sign. I was thinking of Johnny Sack. Didn't you see the fucking news? The Esplanade. Don't you guys pay attention? All you guys care about is coos.
Oh, I love that, man. That's
All right.
crazy, man.
Imagine doing
Definitely good
podcasts with viewers. Yeah, shit. Still want to do that. You know,
Yeah.
get personal. We were supposed to do that. I don't know what happened. That was a plan of ours. We were supposed to get a viewer on here and talk about their trip, but maybe we should actually set that up.
Especially considering how many people accuse the writers and us for sharing things that aren't real. We get someone to go on and be like, no, literally, fucking. This is why I often do read from Erowid because I think there's so many amazing Erowid trip reports that like aren't even seen. But I'm focusing a lot more on my submissions.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes they end up commenting, and they then describe their reports in the comment section. So it's like they add fuel to this is not AI generated fire, and also the fucking written in like 2020, like 2019 when I was getting fucking emails. Like I'm going through my emails from like fucking 7 years ago. So it's like they don't even have a chance to AI generate it.
And you could pretty much tell when something is written by ChatGPT nowadays. Like you gotta really fix it up. Because you just know their tone. It's funny seeing people copy and paste the whole argument of theirs in a Facebook comment section from ChatGPT. And it's like, if you want to know why I disagree, let me explain it out to you. They have like 5 paragraphs, and it's like so stupid. It's like, dude, you literally just copy and paste that from ChatGPT. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You can't fool me.
Can't fool me. No. All right. All right, you guys. I hope you had a great night, great rest of your day. There'll be more videos coming out soon. I should have a video coming out this weekend, maybe 2, because I'm off from my work. So that's cool. You releasing anything? I know you just released your movies. I gotta watch that. I'm gonna watch that tonight. I'm excited to see that.
Nice to branch out into more stuff because I noticed. A similar series I did from a long time ago did really well. It seemed to pick up in the algorithm, so yeah, I'd like to keep branching out, making just more varied content. But of course, trip reports will keep coming, and if you want to send them to me, my email, and looking forward to the rest of 2026 and getting more people on Trip Sitters podcast and keeping them regular. We'll try and do them at least every fortnight, I'd say. Let's
It was an anomaly because you were in Japan, so that kind of like really just changed everything.
I had so much shit going on. Like I had to move house.
Right.
So much shit going on with that. I moved back home. I went to Japan, so yeah, it was fair.
Right.
My man asks what movies. Well, if you want to know what movies, go on to the channel called Vivec.
Right, we're not gonna tell you none.
You can find out for yourself.
Yes. All right, and we're saying we're not trying to be rude. We were just saying as just watch it. Yeah.
We're nice guys.
We're nice guys here. Well, fucking, I'm gonna take every day as a gift from now on.
he literally just said that in the episode.
Yeah.
As well.
I was gonna mention it earlier, but
I'm sure he'll stick to it.
Oh yeah. All right. This is bullshit. Okay. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see